cooperate or not. That's weird.
So if you really need to, just prop it up on the. Oh, there you
I
go.
mean, I don't like that either, though.
Throw the shoes on the table.
Buddy, put your boots back on. You have to wear shoes down here.
Yeah, you can't get your feet nasty. Sorry, buddy.
So, last time the last goal you all came up with was to find the oil. Before that, you had ran into kobolds or kobold-like creatures. I was calling them critters because I don't know if they're actually kobolds. I didn't get the book out last time, but I got it this time. You have successfully trudged into an underground area, not just into a mound of debris. There is a small dying fire, it's just ashes and embers. And there's something large and snoring in the main area. Even with dark vision, you cannot happen to see the creature, the entity, due to just further piles of debris. But this looks more like mud, muck, slime, sludge. Because you can tell that at some point in this room, it's a, I don't know, 40 by 40, like domed room. Hi, Ebony, you're in the way. You don't need my coffee. I don't think that's a good idea. But it's like a 40 by 40 domed room, and you can hear not necessarily water running, but it's like sloshing, dripping, some kind of interaction of sewer would be your assumption.
Cup's still sideways, kind of just sitting here at this point.
I will leave this open for my notes once I find the notes page again.
But yeah, the cup's just kind of stopped. It's currently on its side. That's how it rolled down the small
If
hill.
I don't take notes, I won't remember nothing. That's just how that works. And I've lost my notes page. It's in this book.
I know, Andrew's lying. Yeah, I hear that a lot through the stream. It was like,
That's funny.
Really?
Why?
Fine, it's no longer there.
Did the cat pooped or did the cat puke? Don't pick it up if there's a solid piece of anything, buddy. That's gross.
The literal shit-eating grin on his face.
Ah, fuck. 2-year-old.
Oh, that's not that bad.
So
It looks like it's old.
It's old cat puke, yeah. They will eat something they shouldn't, and then vomit. Or they'll drink. They'll try to drink from the sump pump.
Oh no!
I'm like,
it's water.
Like, you guys are idiots.
I don't have a life straw, bro.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just.
So we're in a large domed room.
No, we are our third companion.
You two, the shifter and the mock. So the shifter and the shifter, technically, but you shift into critters, he shifts into things.
Joel's posting things.
Joel's the posting things.
So, view of the snoring thing is obscured by piles of muck in this room.
Yeah.
Can I see anything?
I'm
6'4".
There's.
Right, did I write down my height?
There's pieces of armor, equipment, weapons of varying state of use in each bit of this debris. You could tell there at one time were intricate traps, because you can see like disabled tripwires, broken gears, similar to the trap that tried to smash you the last time. There's one of those things stuck in the wall. Yeah, there's many much would have been a layer of some kind, but now it seems to be the leftovers of some kind of, potentially some kind of grand campaign or some kind of vague underground civilization of koboldy things.
The cup's kind of just sitting there for a moment. Then I'm gonna turn back into my regular, very weird, lanky form. Pretty much.
Do you make noises when you change?
I don't think so. Do you want me to?
need to destroy this kobold in order to claim the market?
I mean, probably, but we should also be quiet. I needed height advantage and to speak because I can't speak like I was. I'm gonna roll a perception check. Are any of the mounds breathing?
Roll a perception check.
Ooh, natural 19. That's a soft 20.
Okay. It sounds like there's breathing coming from several mounts.
But like
The snoring sounds like it's
Yeah, the
coming
big one.
from a big mount. There are 2 or 3 that are at least a 15 foot tall mound.
am I able to look at the exact?
Because the in the center of the room are 3 that are kind of clustered together.
What seems to be the composition of the mounds? Is it just like dirt and like rock?
Like dirt and mud, some iron because there's iron equipment, leather,
So
water,
some of it.
water. You can tell like mud,
Yeah, so it would only partially
Potenti-
burn.
potentially sewer muck.
We should probably wait for the other 2 to get down here before we start violence.
Oh, random. This is like in the dark, beating on kobolds that happen to get up close to him because he can't.
Yeah, up
he
in the
can't-
distance we just hear.
He can't see. He doesn't have any form of vision in the dark. Dark vision, blind sight, none of that. But I was like, well, I don't want to leave him up top as an NPC. So he followed the noise of combat, and then the noise of combat has stopped. And so he's standing in that last room where you found the sleeping kobold. He's standing in there, and if something moves too close to him, he swings at it. Or he gets hit by crossbow bolts, because they can see him.
And just because my brain forgets character names again, just I'm
Jerome.
ready to, huh?
Jerome.
Everett.
Random, for when this does flip to Fridays, I don't need to explain the Twitch, I almost did. When this does switch to Fridays, would y'all have time limits? The ones that can make it, because if we go late enough, Jared is still willing to show up after work.
Yeah.
We could
I
let-
couldn't go past 11.
Couldn't
So
go
once
past
it hits
11.
11, I have to go to bed because I'm
You work,
I'm
you
10
work
to-
mornings
well, yeah.
now. Gotcha.
Yep.
Schedule changes are great.
Well, it was still going to be the same way for Mondays either way.
Yeah.
Oh, for Sunday into Monday since I still
Yeah.
work then.
Gotcha.
And we both just went through schedule changes, so we can't already change it.
Gotcha.
And I'm fine sticking with the days I have.
Yes, I shaved.
I've got to be responsible for picking Nathan up from work at 10
Gotcha.
o'clock.
So they would be.
So
So
if I were to
the-
come on Friday, I would probably just cut out from work early and then come down and play
Okay.
from 5 to 9:30.
And if we needed to push it to like 5:30 to 9:30, that would.
It's still 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just was wondering how that would work.
That would be fine for time frame. I just gotta make sure that.
It's like if there's a secondary game for like other
And
people, then
and if I can't manage to keep doing this, we will pause this, come back to it whenever I'm not on third shift anymore, because the third shift right now is only supposed to last until March,
Okay.
and then they will put everybody back where they're supposed to be. But to increase production, they have crafted the third shift and then took the best employees and put them on that shift.
I'm so sorry.
And I was like, I'm not that good, but okay. And they're like, okay, you're not the fastest, but you are the most consistent we have when you're here. It's like, okay, I'll take that.
I also had to remember the nicknames because Invisible Meat, Magic Meat.
I forgot, yeah, you
And then
strange.
Ghost
Because
Meat.
he explained Druid, so it's like, okay, Magic Meat.
Mad. Gross.
And then Ghost Meat. I forgot about
You're
Ghost Meat.
ridiculous. Anyway, so you started trudging into this hole because stuff was like grabbing your friend or your acquaintance, more correct, your party member,
Correct.
and you were like,
Protecting him. He's
Yeah.
helping me.
and then it was what
Meat
then
giver.
you were like, well, since we're already down here, might as well cut it off, stop them from attacking us, maybe. Because you were originally you just kept following a path, any place that there might be more kobolds. And so
Then I found a hole and just stopped, waited for you
NPC'd
to get there, and then I
smashing through more stuff. So there's a path back out to the surface just fine. That is not difficult terrain, unlike it was originally. Or you can kill whatever this is, which I'm awful and I still haven't decided. I'll probably open the book and pick something.
I gave you an idea. I won't say the idea, just for...
But you can decide to kill it now. You can decide to set traps for it. You could just ignore it and see if there's stuff on ground level up top you need to get rid of to clear the market area.
Yeah, I'd still say if we're gonna take it now, it'd be good to have everyone.
I'm gonna say the primary market area has
Also, just can Ghost Meat see in the dark?
3 buildings
Because he doesn't
that
know.
well,
Or hasn't paid
it
enough
has
attention.
3 buildings that are like primary buildings of market area. There's like registration, and it's like a 2-story building, office style, where they would keep documents and a little bit of money. There's a bank, and I haven't decided on 3rd building. Maybe it's a low income hotel. The rest of the buildings are unnecessary or inaccessible completely as of this time.
Yeah.
Most buildings. in
Yeah, unless
Colorado.
we took our time to like tear down boards and stuff
You'd
just
have
to
to.
get
There'd
in.
be lots of debris. Some of the buildings have just
Yep, fallen in.
caved in on themselves, fell over sideways, etc.
Yep.
But ground level, there are 3. So I guess giving plot points and plan, there's 3 points of interest besides Market Lane itself, which has wagons and stuff that are everywhere. But currently you are in I would call it, it was a mound, and I would call it, as of right this second, it was a kobold lair, or a kobold mound, and it was crafted out of mostly wagon debris and canvases and any cloth and stuff they found, mixed in with a bit of mud to hold it to where it was they had the little round tunnels they could crawl through.
Curious, in the mounds that we're seeing, we're only seeing iron bits of gear and stuff, right? Nothing that's
Mostly. There's
notable?
some leather and there's shiny bits, but you can't tell what the shiny bits are. It could be coins, it could be the tip of an arrow, it could be a sword.
If he can't tell, then he's not gonna
Right
bother.
this because
If it was
techni-
blatantly that's
So,
a bar
like-
of adamantine.
so you both have dark vision,
Yep.
correct?
We all
Yeah.
do.
Okay,
You
so
don't.
the whole party but the NPC, got it.
That's why I asked if Ghost
The-
Meat could see or not. She
The
didn't.
since it is dimly lit, you actually can see as normal. Now that I think about it, so even though it is,
You did say it's underground though.
yeah, but you can't make out enough of any of these objects right this
And
second.
of course can't see in color.
And the
'Cause none of us are warlocks.
the three largest mounds. It sounds like either the creature is in one of the biggest creature, the loudest noise, is either in the mound or in between the mounds. You don't know how big this creature really is, or if it just sounds big.
So do we want to go back up, or are we just gonna sit here and hope they come in?
Should we just go get that alcohol I found and dump it down here?
I
Set
mean,
it on fire?
I could probably do something like that. Question, Drew. With the tool belt ability, it says non-magical gear. Can I pull out Molotov cocktails? Or alcohol and then...
I have a tinder box to start a fire.
If it's a no, it's fine. Because it does say gear, so...
Yeah, so I don't. Technically, you would have. There's like Greek fire, but I don't think I'd let you have that.
That's fine.
You could have lantern oil.
That would work.
So I could see lantern oil.
And especially since it says gear, like I could imagine non-magical weapons and armor up to the wealth, but of course it only stays until I take a long rest and then it fucks off if it wasn't used. Which unfortunately means I can't go, cool, iron bars, make a sword. Where'd the sword go? I mean, I could absolutely exploit that for money, but no, that's not this character.
Probably.
I mean, not yet, at least.
Yeah, I don't plan on it.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he cares much about money. Just eating things.
Well,
Yeah.
cares enough
He'll
to
care
get
a lot
the
about
things he
money.
needs.
Yeah. He'll
It's
care
about-
about money when it's about getting meat for the money.
And he doesn't have to worry about money. I mean, he might have some shiny coins, but he can just use those to make cool stuff. Oh, hey, cool, I've got all this gold. Cool, let's make a circuit board. What? I'm not that archetype still.
That is not what I was looking at, but that's okay. But there was a bear with a big axe and it made me smart.
So yeah, then we should probably just head up and see if we can find everyone, tell them what we see, and then go from there. I could probably pull some stuff out of the fanny pack if I need to as well. At least it's my thought.
Hey, Drew.
I feel that we're off track.
You mind if I
We
use
should
your
go
Wi-Fi?
See if the market has any adversaries.
That is true.
Claim the market, find the oil.
That's fair. I'll go wherever.
Thank you, sir.
So I guess then we just start trudging back up then.
Okay. I will not make you make stealth rolls.
Okay.
So,
Make us make what?
stealth rolls.
He's not.
I was not going to. You lost a boot.
Whenever we're claiming the rest of the city, we can go through these mountains one by one and destroy them all.
Dad.
But for now, we need the market, we need that
Or we
oil.
can kill their leaders and get work.
Yeah, you don't
Free
need my
labor,
dice,
free
buddy.
labor. If we scare them into
No.
oh my god, we
You can't-
killed their boss.
can't use
they're
my
now
dice,
our boss.
sorry.
We'd then have to supply them with food though, so.
That's how
Where you
they
going?
operate.
That's a pretty cool
They try
dice,
to
yeah.
attack us after killing the boss, then I will just destroy them.
I think it depends. Some
Discs, yeah.
like there's a time where I had a group of rats for a week because I killed the biggest rat, and then they started eating each other. So yeah, that didn't end well.
Okay, you get
I don't
this.
know about any other creatures. I'm just going off that mentality. I haven't had to experience a lot. I've just lived in the sewer.
We need
Sun's
this
still
city so that I can fix this world. Go back to my
Where are you
clan.
going?
I couldn't tell you how it was. I've just lived in the sewer. For what I remember. I might have been somewhere else, but just shrugs. I just realized proportionally he looked like freaking Slender Man. Like the obtuse, like long, like stomach with like probably like average. Well, no, it'd be like the really long, like arms, like wide shoulders. It looked weird.
That's all of them, buddy.
Yeah, so I imagine as we
That's
go
all of
up,
them.
Mr. 6'6" has to crouch a bit. And, damn
So,
it.
Lord Vis, we're going to go claim the market. We're leaving this alone for now.
okay. Lead the way. Might
no,
I
wait, Mama.
hold a hand or have a guide? A guiding Yeah, it's awfully dark.
Here, I'll
Wait.
pull a torch out of my pad.
You can't see.
I have a torch.
No, I cannot see, young one, until he lights the torch.
I didn't know you were blind. As far as I was aware, you could see just fine.
Not in the dark.
You can't see in the dark?
No.
What are wrong with your eyes?
That I don't know. They once could see at all times. But I appear to have lost that capability.
Note to self, don't die or you can't see. Got it.
The corruption of my magic allowed me to be.
He hasn't dealt with people. He doesn't know that people can't see in the dark. And we all can see in the dark. So because you died, your eyes are useless.
I used to not be able to see in the dark.
Wow, humans are boring. Why can't they see?
But, so, Vis lights the torch,
They shine your skills.
and he
I couldn't tell you. Guy who taught me had weird ears.
holds it down a little lower and tries to, like, use himself as a block for the light, because he needs it just enough to see. So it's one of the, he's trying to keep it where it's not a big ass target. He follows you all.
Do I get the
It won't.
kobold that I killed?
You won't have it
You
all
make
day.
it to that kobold, you can acquire whatever arrows you may have shot into him.
Okay.
On our
You
way
can
out, I'm gonna
acquire
grab the
the quest.
javelin I had in the rock.
Sounds good.
And I want to climb to the top of the mountain and see if I can view the market from the top.
From the top of the mountain, you can see.
Well, I thought we had just entered, so we had to climb over a thing. We technically just started,
you
and
were,
then
you were climbing over the mountain,
gotcha.
and you could see from the top of the mountain.
Gotcha.
You could see Market Lane. You can
Gotcha.
see all the way to the gate, but there's wagons clustered here, there.
Well, I'd say
Can
as
you
we're
say bye?
Goodbye. I was gonna say as we're climbing
Go give
up.
hugs. Can you go give hugs? She's gotta go.
I was gonna say as we're climbing up, I was gonna go ahead and try to. I was gonna loot the kobolds that we killed.
Okay. They all have had hatchets. They're the varying degrees of
I
leather
love my
armor.
notes for marked for retrieval. Jug of no drink, 45 pounds raw iron.
Jug of no drink. It was a full barrel.
Yes, jug of no drink.
How
He
heavy
was
would you
told
say the
to-
kobold corpse is?
I would make up a number, but I'm gonna see if there's a number listed.
Because I think we for sure went through, what, 4? 5 maybe?
I would not say more than 65 pounds.
Okay.
Do they have a thing in here?
But I was marking down gear, so, because I heard.
Yeah, so I'll say he's like 50 pounds with all gear and equipment.
Okay.
I don't know how
But
much.
what all they
cobalt
had?
anyways. So 2 hatchets. There was there's light crossbows on each kobold, and varying.
How many would that be?
I don't remember how many we just.
I think we for sure, because there was
And
the
there's-
2 in the mound, there was the third that was sleeping that got up and then died, just the one he shot, and then didn't Vis murder one? Was
Vis didn't murder him. Vis,
Okay.
Vis knocked one unconscious and tied it up.
So there's for sure 4 then.
Okay.
If there was one, yeah, because there's the one that was knocked out, there's the one I murdered, there's the one he murdered, there's the one he shot. I think it was 4 for certain.
I think the one he didn't murder. I think he knocked his unconscious.
Well, the first one, and then the rest he's like, okay, we have the one we can question.
Gotcha. So
And then we went.
there's 2 unconscious. One is bound on top of the mound, like tied to what could have been a light pole, maybe sticking up out of the mound. And then there's the one that was in that first cavity that you broke your way into. If you want to leave them there, that is
I was
fine.
gonna
If you
say,
want
what
to
else?
collect them. But on top of the light crossbows, there was somewhere between 7 and 15 crossbow bolts. on each individual cobalt.
On each? Okay.
So, like, roll a d.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say pick a specific number. That way, I kind of know.
So, I guess roll a d12 for each cobalt.
Okay. So
I'm lazy.
10,
You know,
19.
I'm down to roll. Roll the dice and
I'll get the total number. 23, 33. Okay, so 33 bolts.
I did happen to give them a better armor class than is listed here, but that's okay.
Do you have crossbow at all?
But I call this curious.
No, I'm not.
And
wearing a crossbow.
they.
I mean, if
each
you
are
want
wearing,
one,
I would call it leather armor for them,
Oh,
but
cool,
it's
scraps.
like it's leather scraps.
Oh, cool.
So
scraps. I
like
can use
one had
these.
it looked like a breastplate, but it's leather, and it sort of was form fitting. One had like a shoulder piece, and then a chest shoulder piece, and then they're all weird straps and stuff.
I think
all-
to simplify it, since it's just leather scraps,
call
how
it-
much weight-wise would it be? We can discover worth later.
20 pounds. I don't know. Sounds
Why
good.
are you stripping all of the kobolds? We have a market to claim.
They have leather.
So do you.
Exactly. That means there's more.
Why do you need it?
Make my armor better.
Well, once you're back up on top of the mound, Vis holds the torch much higher, so the light is. He's okay with being a target on top of the mound.
I was gonna say, if you want a
'Cause it-
crossbow, these guys had a
Because
couple.
it was.
I mean, I've got one too, but
I guess,
If not, I
I
can
guess
just
he
carry it.
takes a crossbow.
Jarvis.
Vis takes,
Oh, cool.
takes one crossbow
Okay.
and like 5 bolts. He's like, I don't plan on using it, but I will carry it as a just in case.
So, 3.
So
then.
he's holding it in his left hand, torch above his head.
The damage is a D8
And
and
looking
it's
around.
finesse. Bonus action reload.
It's fine.
So I'm
The,
48.
from what you can see on the mound, you aren't at the end of Market Lane. You're like 3/4 of a mile from the gate. So like at the halfway point, and on the outside edge of Market. So you climb up over the mound, and so the street goes like this, and both sides of the street that is like 3-4 wagons wide. Each side of the street has these big mounds that have been piled up on the side of them, and they continue all the way down to Market Round. That's what I'm gonna call it. At the end of the Market Lane is like a cul-de-sac, and then that turns into little streets, not the big wagon streets.
Gotcha. Speaking of which, are there any wagons on this street currently?
None that are intact.
Gotcha. Was curious.
You can tell that some of these at one time were set up for shop. There's dangling signs, like banners, big cloth banners with "Welcome to Shitzo's Shit Shop" or something. And it's a fertilizer shop. Or
I was
it
gonna say that has good fertilizer. Get out of my brain, damn it.
I did not know what I was saying. Words came out of my mouth, and it worked.
Shitzo's shit show.
Shitzo's Shit Shop. And it sold fertilizer and seeds. In the seeds, he sold. You can tell seeds as
Seeds as a service.
seeds as retrieved. So like people would
Yep.
trade him seeds for fertilizer or something, and then he would sell the seeds.
Or
And he had no clue what
or
they
he
were.
dug them out.
Yeah, or he dug them up, maybe. Ew, that's gross. But possibly. But yeah, there's a bunch of random what was stuff. You can see from here, there is, closest to the gate is a building that has a big placard,
No.
says registration for Market Lane. There's that building that you can tell that is mostly or completely intact. You can't per se tell from this angle. There is across the market lane and probably 50 feet up the road from that is the first Inn of Rest, is what it happens to be called. And then there's it's not a mound, it looks more like a barricade, like palisade wall almost. Could have been a gate, but it now just looks like a big pile of logs that are standing straight up.
Definitely looks like it was built after the fact.
Yeah, and there's a very ornate building behind that wall, and you can't see any signage on it, but it's very, very plain. There are no windows. It has great big, very heavy looking stone doors on it. And then the rest of Market Lane is wagon debris, the small stands that could have been like a ramen shop in, like, example Naruto, or
You mean
por-
Naruto?
portable
Naruto?
like portable shops.
Naruto.
There's a bunch of what was portable shops. There's a couple of giant rats scurrying about in the open, munching on this and that, hissing at each other. But there's no other movement other than these giant rats.
We should set all of these mounds on fire.
I mean, only the ones that really burn, because a lot of it's got, dirt. Doesn't burn very good. At least not normally.
Once the fabric catches, it'll spread.
You're not wrong, but what are these? What are these other buildings? Are they mostly stone? Do they have enough wood where it might spread and catch the city on fire?
The actual buildings, like that are off of Market Lane, a bulk of them are stone, some kind of stonework, or some intricate, like wooden stone mixture or wooden metal mixture. But some of it looks like was carved that way. Some of it looks like it was magicked that way. You can't tell if it was magicked that way before or after, because some of it looks like it's been warped and super intricate, but you can't tell if that was by design, because you've never been here before and Vis doesn't remember. But it could also have been, it could have been, yeah, by design. Yeah.
We should scour for the oil first. I want to begin searching for oil.
Where do you find oil?
Okay.
We just searched for a stand that looks like they were selling even just lantern oils or anything like that.
So, like,
Okay.
I'll say, I'll give, well, let's do D12. I'll have 12 points of interest that are not these big buildings.
Okay.
12 different stands. And so, I guess roll me a 12 and then I'll make up a where you went.
3.
3. So, you see a point of interest. It looks like it could have been a general goods store based on the pile of what at one time was goods, because there seems to be like a sickle, maybe a saddle, like a harness for a beast of burden. There are barrels, like, still sort of supporting this
Oh look, more barrels of no drink.
wagon. Maybe it was a wagon, maybe it was a stand built on top of the barrels, but there are some sort of barrels that you can see from this point. I'm going to say it is 90 feet from where you are on top of that mount. That is the closest point of interest that with a quick barrels.
I'm going to that.
Okay.
I'm going to start attempting to go toward that.
Okay.
Alright, where are we heading?
Between
Over there, I see barrels.
Okay. Are we gonna be stealthy at all?
No need. We'll just kill it if it attacks us. We've got the kobold we need to question. We will find the boss and destroy them later, but right now we have to get that gate fixed.
Okay. He's
between-
gonna go ahead, unsling the shield, pull the warhammer.
Between you guys and that location, there are 2 groups of 2 rats within that 9. So I'm gonna call it a 30-foot lane. There's within 30 feet either direction of you to 90 to that object. There's a total of 4 giant rats,
Oh, cool. Lunch.
and 2 of them are fighting each
Awesome.
other over. You're assuming it was a kobold, and then the other 2 are sniffing mounds and piles of stuff, searching food or entertainment. Who knows? But they are not. They are not
Okay.
in your direct path. They're in the vicinity, but not in your direct path.
We'll pass them for now. If
Okay.
they pose a problem, we'll destroy them.
Okay.
Okay.
To the barrels.
Okay. So, let's see if you are
So,
of
yeah.
interest. You are not of interest to the fighting pair, and the other.
One looks at him, he just looms over and just scurries off.
The other pair do not seem of interest. You arrive at the stand. You can now tell that there's also deteriorating fishing gear, deteriorating netting, and there are more barrels. As you got closer to these barrels, you look in the opening because it's not a doorway, but it's like a doorway to. This was it's a converted wagon into a shop. So they'd removed the wheels and then used they used the barrels on top of the wheels to make it a stand so that the whole thing could sit up higher.
Gotcha.
And they had more room to set up shop.
Gotcha.
And there's a handful of casks, not barrels, but casks, kegs,
Oh,
there's
4
some-
barrels of no drink.
some kind of substance.
Analyzing.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So,
if you want me to, I could roll investigation.
Investigation checks.
That is my good stat. That is
you-
okay.
So you've made it back with the group, and made it to the top of the hill, and he has
Yeah.
declared what he wants to get done. Those 2 are in full intent, going towards an object
That's
or
a
a
17.
location.
19.
17 and 19. Okay, so the big barrels will take a little bit of finagling to get out, but you can tell they are. These are oil of some sort. Can't tell if it's lantern oil or if it was oil for lubrication, but it's oil. It is a very dark, cloudy color currently.
Okay.
The little casks are some kind of alcohol.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to drink
I'll
that.
take a cask, dump it out, and collect oil in the
Okay.
cask.
Okay.
Just a couple of them.
Yeah.
We don't need a ton of oil.
For the gates, who knows?
So cask of oil. So that means there's an now open container, because the way that a lot of those work.
Yeah, it's you pry it open.
You have to pry them open. They don't seal real well again.
Yeah, typically, if you are, you have to nail them if they will.
And when you do pry this first one open, it does make a little bit of noise. The rats look your direction, but kind of ignore you still. But you do that little V crack. Have you seen they always depict that little itty bitty crack, that chunk of barrel that breaks off?
Mm-hmm.
You break off a chunk of barrel inadvertently because it was more deteriorated than the rest of it, more rot or something.
That's
I mean, they've been sitting out in
We've
the
got our
open
oil.
for a century, so
This
it's
should do
amazing
the
they're
trick.
still.
Get the gate repaired, then we can return. We can destroy these mounds.
Hey,
I
we
see
also
a lot
got
of oil
oil.
here. I'm gonna start. I don't know if we should start laying this oil out at the base of these mounds.
Might not be a bad idea, but if you said if we're already going to be leaving, might not be a good idea. it might be okay to let it sit, I guess, and then we light it, and then if they're still there, then whatever comes out due to the smoke we'll take care of, and whatever's not, we wait for it to clear out and then go in.
What do you think, Orc?
What orc? What are you talking about? He's invisible. 'Cause it's dark.
He might be close enough to Vis to be seen.
Oh, okay. I
'Cause-
wasn't sure.
Because Vis
Oh,
is standing there
right.
with a torch.
Yeah, so it's
So I'm
And-
calling
and-
out then.
What?
I'm calling out then. He's 90 feet away.
Because he stayed with the
yeah, you hadn't
Yeah.
decided where you were going.
We found the oil. Should we begin lining the mounds with it?
Sounds good to me.
Cool, violence it is. Did you say there was another? You said there was another keg that was full of alcohol.
yeah. There's two of the
Yeah.
casks. Now it's just one cask.
I mean, this would probably burn good too.
We could burn the alcohol.
At least I think it would. I'm not sure.
It
Haven't had to
will.
burn anything like this.
It'll burn.
Cool. We just splashing, or are we like lighting on fire, then tossing? What are we doing?
So we should start heading towards the front, where the gate is, where that large building is. The plain-looking one down at the end. There might be more supplies there, so let's start here. We'll go down along the road, take a bit of the oil throughout this process, and start lining the mounds with oil. We won't light it yet. When we return, we will clear the area, and when we do that, we will set everything afire.
Okay. So then as we go, it's a splash, splash. Occasionally go back if it empties,
Splooge.
So the
and I am most likely not stealthy if you need me to make that roll.
Yeah, I can make stealth rolls, or
I know not who Yikes Factory is. Sorry, somebody's commenting on my Twitch. They're
Gotcha.
like,
Excellent.
"Hi Gobi, how are you doing? Feeling well? I'm okay today." If you would like to try to be stealthy, you can roll a stealth.
This
If
is
you're
gonna be
not
interesting.
trying to be stealthy, I'm not going to say you are, and I will say if something has a passive perception of 10, it notices you're doing something. So,
do it.
as you progress towards the
Holy
registration,
shit. 23.
as you progress towards
How's
the
with disadvantage?
registration
What
office,
the fuck?
the rodents of unusual size, giant rats, however you want to word these, some of them pay more attention than others. I'm gonna go see if he's
Yeah.
in the garage and upstairs or upstairs.
Always good to check on children. Yeah, that was a 19 both ways with disadvantage.
He's upstairs upset.
Gotcha.
And he could be upset just as simple as folks are having to leave.
Yeah. And if not, then Bailey will
I
probably
will.
text you and call you.
Yeah. That's my dishwasher.
That concerned me. I was like, why do we have a raptor upstairs?
Yeah, that's my washer. It makes horrible noises. Dishwasher. The washer makes horrible noises if I try to use it because it don't work. Anyway.
It sounded like a Decepticon to me.
Starscream.
So, like I think every 30, 40 feet you move,
Hey.
another rodent, like, moves into a position where it's watching you, but they're not getting terribly close.
Question. Does it look more like it's just like animals watch? Like, could I make an insight to see if they're trained? That's a dumb question. But, like, if
I
it's
could-
just
I don't-
animals watching, or if it's like,
I could let you do an insight to see if,
I doubt
can-
I'll get it, but
you can-
I'm curious.
what you feel they're doing. The number dictates your feeling.
Insights, that's 12.
You feel like that they don't know what's going on. They smell like they've not. These things haven't had to deal with the type of warfare and stuff that would have been around during the height of the civilization.
Yeah, or
So-
people, really.
The alcohol probably is new to them. The oil is definitely new to there's new smells. It's covering completely covering smells. That's
Right.
something they're not used to. And you guys currently would smell a bit like kobold, a bit like shifter, a bit like whatever the fuck a mimic smells like, and a bit like darkness, I think is what he'd smell like.
I might smell like varieties of meat, kobold because of the armor,
Yeah, and so
and
like
oil.
you could, if you could picture a giant rat going, "Well, you smell that, Bob? What's that smell like? I don't know. I've never smelled that before. Neither have I, Bob."
As
Anyway,
long as they're not going near, we don't need to scatter them. Let's
Um,
just keep going.
you
Yeah,
like
otherwise, it's some good.
you get one that like stands on top of something that it's eating, like directly in the middle of the road, and is glaring at y'all because you're within like 25 feet of it. You can go around if you would like. I'm going to. So imagine like it's got a danger bubble that you can't see.
Hmm.
Your
I'm going to try and intimidate it.
I was gonna do polar opposite. I was gonna reach in my bag, pull out one of my rations. It's kobold. I was just gonna. Hey, you want some? Make a very shitty animal handling check.
but
I'm not trained in it.
so the road is, I'd think a wagon would be 15 across, so 15 by 4.
But I'd say you roll your intimidation
Um,
before me.
The
'cause you said
whole
you played
road
first.
would be, I can't math, 30, so it'd be 60 feet wide. That's how wide the whole road is.
We've got one dire rat that's interested because we're in its danger level.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull out my
So,
axe
gonna-
and I'm going to smack it against some things around me, trying to make noise.
So intimidation. Gotcha.
I got an 11.
It's got like a 7. At least I think that would be right. And so it like hunkers down lower, grabs whatever it's munching on, and it like tears it in half, running off with it, scampers away.
At least it knows good eating. Seeing the dead kobold. Walk over.
We
I'm
can
a
keep working.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as I'm scattering the oil, as I get to the kobold body, I loot the body.
Oh.
If it's got anything, if it's a kobold.
This
Ooh, what you got?
looks like it was an animal of some sort. You definitely
Oh,
can't.
not a kobold.
You
The
definitely
fuck
can't.
is that?
Definitely can't tell what it is now. It's because it's a mess of blood and fur, and broken,
The fuck is
shattered,
that?
Give it a taste.
broken, shattered bones.
It's not a rat. 'Cause I don't. Oh, rats do eat rats. The fuck is this? I've only ever seen furry rats. The fuck else is furry? Besides him. I think I found one of your kin. I'm not sure.
That's not
He's only seen rats. He lives in the fucking sewer. And people and kobold.
So, Vis has, like, as you had started hollering at him, Vis made his way to you, and he is, like, in the group, holding the torch as high as he can and as far away from any bit of the casks, the oil, anything
Keep
wood,
that torch away from
and
the
he's,
oil.
like, dangling a kobold in the other hand that's all bound up with cloth of some kind.
And conscious.
It's the same kobold. And it's just one of those. This is oddly interesting. It has been many a while since I've had a brisk walk on Market Lane.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to step away for a little while because we're going to burn most of this.
Occasionally, a purge is needed of unsavories.
I've noticed that most of these buildings are stone, so we should be able to burn it without damaging the integrity of the actual buildings.
Most likely, if there are any citizens or what one might consider a citizen, they should not be harmed. Critters, cretins, and the like will most assuredly suffer, I would believe.
I just want the market back.
I do not blame you, sir. It would be nice to see commerce to return to the city.
We've got the oil. I've got extra oil in my pouch to repair the gate.
Excellent.
Currently, we're
And
headed
meanwhile,
to the
just
registration
splash.
desk.
Splash. Yeah, going over. I'm out.
Then lead the way. I shall maintain comfortable distance and assist as needed.
All right.
So you continue to progress. There are no other obstructions besides like a couple of piles of debris. You can tell it was like, look, it's a wagon. Okay, it was a wagon. Or there's a half of a barrel, like splintered and shattered, hanging out. Or the barrel rings, the big metal
Yeah,
ones.
because everything else just
Those are
deteriorated.
randomly skewed here, there, wherever.
Okay.
And you
That's
make
not enough scrap metal.
you make it to the doors of the registration building, which are still attached. They are scratched and damaged, but still closed and attached. They are a like navy blue with the arched handle with the push thumb thing, and you can tell there's a big ass lock. And the lock has scratch marks here, there, everywhere, except directly on like the keyhole.
Thieves' tools are not artisan tools.
Knocking on the door. Is anyone in here?
There is no response. Some debris falls nearby as a regular rodent, not a big one, scurries somewhere. And a couple of those that have been like watching you, they keep getting closer and trying to sniff because they're nosy. Nosy.
Tim's gonna
Curious.
turn around. He's gonna, like I said, pull out one of his kobold rations. Hey, you want some? Animal
I guess
handling?
give me an animal handling.
This is gonna be bad. It's not my dump stat, but 6.
It like the closest one, like lunges real quick, chomps it and your hand. Well, your hand's kind of goop, right?
Yeah.
And it like panics, takes the food and goop with it, and it runs away. Does not harm you, but it like whatever form your hand had, it does not currently. It's a blob, and the other ones
can
chase
disrupt that.
it. There was about 3, and they wandered into an alley and they fight over.
Mortal Kombat.
They fight over the meats.
Cool. As it's slowly. Whatever.
Is there any way to climb up?
There is. So there's like a second and third story. The third, it's almost a straight up building. There's a little bit of a balcony on the second story, and it goes back to that first size on the third story. There are support pillars for the balcony on this chunk of road. So you could try to climb them, but it would be like hug the pole and climb, or if you happen to have rope or
I have.
something with weight, you can try to make a makeshift grappling hook. You can try to do the lasso thing. I would ask for athletics checks.
I'm gonna.
Or you flavor something to me.
it's just a lock, right? Can't we just cause violence in the lock and make it break? Instead of having to go all the way around just to break a lock if no one's answering.
If there is someone here, they might want to remain protected.
Yeah. Not much moral.
No.
This is scary.
Just no.
Hey, as far as I haven't seen anyone, the only time I see people is in the sewers.
Unauthorized entry is better than breaking and entering, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay, he'll just.
I'm gonna try.
He'll keep the hammer in hand, but he won't smash.
I'm gonna pull out my rope. I'm gonna tie a lasso. I'm gonna try and catch it on a spoke or something on the second and climb.
Athletics check set.
Athletics. is a natural 20.
I
Nice.
gave it a difficulty of 15, and you have surpassed that, sir. I don't know why that voice was appropriate in that moment, but it was.
Found the one spot that's, oh, that's easy. Let me just.
I got there. I practically jumped up
And,
there.
and so it's one of those, and then you went
That
ahead
is
and
very
did
strong.
your
man.
climb. Lord Viss says, I shall stay down here and await the unlocking of the door, sir.
I'm gonna
Same
shut the
here.
door on the second floor.
Door on the second floor doesn't have a lock on it at all. It's just one of those, the wooden windows, or the wooden doors with the lots of windows. And they're,
You said the lock's on the outside, right? It's like a padlock? Or?
no, it's like a door lock.
Oh, God, I
Like a
wasn't
deadbolt?
sure.
Yeah, like a deadbolt.
Yeah, that's why I was
A great,
why
it's
don't
like
we
a
just
great,
violence?
it's like a great big deadbolt.
Gotcha.
Like, stupidly large, with an itty bitty keyhole.
Hey man, that's how you do it.
Unfortunately, I can't solidify my goop that way, so I can't just.
Ew, that sounds grody.
That would
Just
be
as bad as I absorb his gun in my face.
But yeah, it's one of those wooden doors with lots of windows. There's
That's
like
really cool flavor. If I ever
one-
play one of them.
one glass pane is left, like on the bottom right.
Oh, I reach in one of the broken windows and unlock the door from the inside. It's locked.
Yeah, it did not have a lock mechanism. You just can
Open.
pull them open because they open out. Oh, I punched the table.
I'm gonna yell one more time. Is anyone in here?
I'm going to see if I will craft somebody there or not. Where'd the other one go?
Or if it's a kobold.
There is no answer.
All right. It appears to be empty. I'm coming around to unlock the door from the inside.
Okay.
You step in from the balcony, and it is one of those has the bigger, like the grander stairwell that leads up to the second floor, which is balcony with like you can tell there's other doorways to rooms, and there's a big double set of doors, and then to get to the third floor there's a ladder of some that is says to storage near the ladder, but you would have to you easily go around, go downstairs. The big set of stairs is behind the big desk, and it has drawers pulled out. Some of them are completely out and tossed on the floor. There's paper everywhere, but there does not appear to be any recent movement. At a quick glance, you make it to the door. It is an easy turn the click, unlock, and the doors are now able to be opened.
Okay. So
I have 20 cats. I'm sorry.
I want to figure out, is there a door on the third floor? Did I see a door on the third floor? Was that visible?
You could not tell if there was a door on the third floor. There's just a ladder that leads up to you can tell a drop ceiling type thing. Not a drop ceiling, vaulted ceiling. So the real high ceilings, there's a space for a person to go up that ladder. You didn't get close enough to see if it's just goes straight into a room or if there's a hatch, trapdoor type thing. You didn't look for that. On the bottom floor, there are like cubicles, and there's a bulletin board that has stuff, really old writing, some of it in languages you can read, some of it in languages you can't, and it depicts like quests that at one time were a thing, and like one that stands out to you specifically is written in Druidic, and it says, if you see this, come visit the Wildwood. Just written in the Druidic language.
Wildwood.
And it does not give a location, coordinates, and it just says, if you read this, come visit Wildwood.
Gotcha. Kind of entered. Are we all gonna get in and just lock the door that way nothing can follow us, or what are we doing?
This likes the suggestion. But that is up to the rest of you. I am along
Because
for
since
the
there's,
ride.
kobolds out and it's getting dark, they tend to,
I
not
mean,
like the light.
at this
so-
point, it's quite dark. Because after all the trudging through the mound and then all the walking and
Yeah.
such, it has hit not just evening, but dark.
Lord Vis, can you carry that kobold up a ladder?
I can sure try. And he, puts the torch in one of those torch
Well,
holders.
didn't you unlock the door?
Yes.
There's a ladder to the 3rd floor.
Oh,
Like
to the
this-
3rd
Bring me that
floor.
kobold
No.
to the 3rd floor. We're going to check for a door.
Okay, let me see.
I'll check first. So I'll climb up and check for a door first.
Okay.
I mean, I could have done that too. But okay.
Are you up there already?
No, not yet. But once I get up there, I could just cup again and fit in really small spaces.
But as you
Not
climb,
itty bitty, but small.
so from the floor, it's hard to tell if it's just straight open or if there's a hatch. You make it up 4 or 5 rungs, and realize that there is some kind of hatch. But it is a very simple wooden hatch.
Okay.
But I was gonna say,
and
kind of make
and
sure.
the way Vis adjusts this, he takes the cloth he's got the kobold bound up in, he binds it to his back, makes sure its head's facing away, stuffs a gag, had stuffed a gag in its mouth, wears it like a backpack.
Hey, look, food
It's-
storage.
I do believe I can climb now.
Yeah, once I kind of make sure everyone's in, lock the door. That way nothing can immediately follow.
But Vis,
It's held for
Vis
100
begins to
years,
follow
so-
you up the ladder.
Okay.
You reach.
So there's a hatch up here. I need it to lead outside. Or I open the hatch to see if it goes outside.
So
Where
the
is
hatch opens, no problem. It does make a lot of noise, like a creaky metal whine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like metal scratch makes your ears hurt.
And you could tell that, based on the noise, that was a very rusted hinge, but not as rusted as, say, the stuff outside. But the hatch opens. This is a very dark room. That doesn't bother you. This is a storage
Ooh.
flat location. It has 7, 8 foot tall ceilings. And there's boxes, crates. Some of those, unsealed boxes without lids. It was designed without a lid. It's got scrolls and paperwork, and a bit of this has small amounts of coinage, there's coin pouches, and some of the boxes are labeled. The closest one says market registration, authorized vendors, some stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just
and
gonna
then there
meander around
is-
the first floor, see if I find anything intriguing to me.
Roll an investigation.
Investigation is 17 again.
As you meander, one of these cubicles there's a desk and a total of, I don't know, 4 chairs in each cubicle, but it's one of those. They're bigger cubicles than, say, you wandered into H&R Block.
Yeah,
They're bigger than that, but not by much, and so it's got
it's ones for
there's
private meetings.
there's an L-shaped desk with one chair behind said desk, and then there's paperwork strewn across most of these. Some of them have little stacks of gold, little pyramids of gold, like somebody had been doing art with them or something. When whatever went down.
Cool, shiny.
One of these has a schematic on it.
Yeah, immediate is it?
And it
What
is
is it?
a schematic for of warning. It's a schematic of warning that can be applied to a weapon. Teaches how to make the rune or whatever.
He'll pull out. He's got this He reaches into his bag and pulls out basically this folder.
And it
And
is.
neatly puts it in. And then,
And,
what all was on the table that was worth anything?
there's a total of 15 gold and 45 copper scattered across these tables. Like in weird shapes and designs, stacked.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I did that, but it felt entertaining.
What else is on the papers? Because if I for sure saw one schematic, it's what else is there?
A lot of it is like promises of business, promises of trade. There's a couple. There's a couple of like, by order of so and so, the arrest of so and so is to commence once found, stuff like that. There's
Gotcha.
a lot of random ass legal documentation,
Gotcha.
but no other schematics
'Kay.
that you can find
All right.
on this floor.
Is there a door? There's no door, is there?
They're not.
Like a door to the outside?
There's
Around the
no.
outside. Around
There's a hatch, like a stone hatch. Like it's got wood paneling, but you can tell it's stone above it.
Okay.
And it has a pulley system that is missing a rope.
Okay, so what do I need to roll to try and attach my rope to that and get the top open? I need to talk to this kobold at the highest point in the market.
So that entertains me. So I would roll me a straight intelligence check to see if you can understand like where you would have to tie your rope to without like putting the knot in the wrong spot and screwing it all up.
what's that?
That's an 8 for the intelligence.
So it's, you can tell, like you've seen pulleys before. You understand pulleys, and you're like, well, I can just attach my rope to it. That's the like furthest your thought gets to. So you can tie a rope to it, but it might not work right.
All right.
This is
try.
like, oh, it's Doc again. As he comes to the top, and he's like, you can see a little bit in this room. Like he can see just a little bit because the light from the one torch downstairs. And he's like, bloody hell. I wish I
Hang
could
on.
see like I used to.
I'm trying to get it opened up.
Get what opened up?
There's a hatch up here. I'm trying to open it up and get to
interesting.
the roof.
He randomly like half-ass punches the kobold.
Go to sleep.
It wiggled too much.
Go to
I
sleep.
need to speak to it on top of this
Yeah,
building.
go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Okay. You are acting liaison, is how he words it.
Would you happen to know how to get this? Oh, you don't know how to. You can't see in the dark. Never mind.
I cannot see, but maybe if you describe it to me, I might understand.
It's a sort of pulley system. I know I can attach my rope to it to get it to work, but I'm not sure how to go about connecting it.
You doing anything,
so-
Jared?
I'm just so.
You're just like, I'm
My
just
bad.
vibing.
No, that's all right. My plan originally was to just watch by the door in the shadows to
Okay.
just kind of survey, like kind of just
The
watch
only-
watch our flank watch the front
so
door
from outside or from inside?
from inside.
From inside.
I'll be inside,
So,
hidden.
So there are windows
Oh,
on the ground floor, but none near that door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can go to an angle where like you can look out and see Market Square, and then there's one of them stupid round windows that's not any bigger than this, and it's got the cross
Yeah.
in it.
Stupid.
Stupid little round window,
Yeah.
and all its panes are there weirdly, but they're like browned.
I'd almost
Dusty,
imagine
dirty.
if it's that itty bitty, it's just the one pane.
Well, it's three,
Ah, gotcha.
pizza slices.
Gotcha.
Not three, four because it's the cross shape. And so you can see into an alley behind it, but there's ground level is actually up a set of stairs, so it's not quite. That's funny. Chasen is in my group chat. I got
Excellent.
confused. Bibbidi bobbidi. Bibbity Bop Muscle Girls Snap. Anyway, there's nothing of interest in the alley.
I
from
don't
what
think
you
I'm
can
a
see.
girl. I'm just a amalgam, I guess.
And you can. There's two separate windows that can see the market lane.
Okay.
So you can left or right pick one to stand at.
Okay. I'll just watch the left one.
And from out there, you can see like some of the rats that came up and sniffed where y'all was standing, and they follow kind of the smell and then get lost because of it gets mixed with the oil, so they start smelling the walls,
And the door's
the
locked.
mounds, and they're just super obnoxiously curious. That's
Of
how I
course,
would word
rats that haven't had to actively deal with people in a century.
Yeah, the only things they've really dealt with.
Yeah, they don't need to be scared.
As of this current situation, you know of
Kobolds.
kobolds.
Yeah, at least this area.
You've not seen any other.
Haven't found an area
Critters or
that's like been
creatures.
overrun by a necromancer. or
Look, it's got
something.
orcs. I don't know. Or no, it's got potato men.
I thought you were gonna say
So,
potato orcs. And I was like,
This,
excuse
can
me.
you help me?
I do not know the eccentricities of this mechanism.
What?
I've not.
What are you making work?
I've not had.
Miss Polly, can you do something?
Technology.
It takes
He
a,
goes.
it takes a minute. He
Oh,
comes
hey.
with the ladder.
Boxes. Oh, what am I doing?
Help me open this hatch.
There's a pulley system, and it's missing a length of rope
Oh,
to work correctly.
does this need to permanently work or just for like
I
8
just
hours?
need to get up there.
Okay.
She's like,
oh.
hey, I'm not. I don't
if
want
any
attention.
of you guys got rope, I could probably do that.
Here.
Perfect. What do I need to do?
Intelligence check.
Cool. Just flat intelligence?
Just flat intelligence.
Why? It's an 11.
An 11. So you've got it on there, and you think it'll work.
Should work, unless it's super rusted and it just. It's only one way to find out.
And so so what you had to do was attach a rope to the pull rope, and then snake that through the pulley
Gotcha.
system.
Seriously.
Just kind of.
Now I gotta put it there.
And he's done that. And he pulls it high or low.
Low.
Where'd my dice go? Low? That's a double lot. That is not low. So you pull it, and where you had it tied, the rope, the other piece of rope comes off.
That was the old rope. How much rope did we have to use for that initially?
10 feet, 12 feet, 12 feet. Sounds good.
Okay.
to get-
If you've got more, I could probably try again. Or re-rope that other part, because yeah, that was old fucking rope.
I'll take that short end that I cut off for you. I'll give you the remainder of my rope. It's 38 feet.
Okay.
Can you hook it up?
Let's find out.
Straight intelligence. I'll give you advantage since you've
Oh.
already done it once.
So that's soft 20.
Soft 20. Okay, so you snake it up there, and you get there's way extra length, but I don't believe you feel the need to cut it right this second.
Gotcha.
If you do, you can cut it. That's up to you. But it takes a total of.
Yeah, so you said 12 for the
It
first
takes a
chunk.
total of 15 to get it to work correctly.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't cut the extra off of that rope.
Okay,
I want to keep it whole. We're coming back down, and I'm going to collect my rope when we're done.
okay. And then,
So as he pulls the rope, the hatch like grinds. It's a little bit of effort, and it props itself straight up open. And there's a little bit of moonlight that comes in, and Vis is like, "Oh, that's a little better."
now,
Thank you, Morphling. This, come with me.
well, 'cause
Yeah.
it's temp. Go for it. That's what they're
Yay,
there for.
it stayed.
No, you gotta roll it. You gotta roll a nat 20 first.
And now, boxes.
Whoa, I got 3 viewers. That's weird.
Nice.
Anyway, so Vis carefully makes his way through the boxes and then follows you up on top of this. It's a flat roof with like the backside of what out front looks kind of ornate, maybe where the signage is. That's backside is just flat stone. And it does one of these at the front. The
Makes
rest of
sense.
it has, you know, the little bit of, the floor of the roof, and then it's got the little wall that's 2.5 foot, 3 foot tall.
Do we have a good view of the market lane?
If you venture to the front,
Yep.
Yeah.
even at the lowest point of the pointed sign thing.
Okay.
There's an excellent view.
Okay.
of
Excellent view of Market Lane.
Yeah.
Let me speak to the kobold.
This unbackpacks him and
Back
leaves
there.
him bound, pulls the gag out, and
He's awake.
reaches into the inside pocket of his very tattered vest and pulls out a flask and dumps it on its head, making it freak out and wake up. What the fuck? Where am I? Fuck you.
All right.
Not
We've
all
got
right.
you. I can kill you very easily. So listen.
Oh, hey, they're speaking.
Intimidation check. Cause I can.
18.
Do you have a minus to this? You probably have a minus to this. Not you, them.
Charisma with him being draconic? It might be flat. I don't know with kobolds.
Let's see.
If you had an extra. No.
You win by one.
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
He's like, fuck. I don't want to die today.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
anybody
they-
can kill me, but
Hold on, they speak.
I don't want to die
Just
today.
white blob. Huh, they speak.
All right. Now that you're listening, do you see this marketplace?
Yeah.
Do you see those mounds where your
Yeah,
people
home.
live? That's your
Homes.
home?
Homes or safe houses. Yeah.
They're lined with oil, and I can set them on fire at any point.
Fire bad. What's oil?
I can set all of them on fire at any point. I won't do that if you tell me where the big boss is.
I'm gonna see if he knows where the big boss is. Okay, he knows where the he's
Isn't
like
that 20?
he's like, my boss is in the hall.
Is that the
which
boss
one?
for everyone or just you?
He's the boss of me and my like people that look like me, and he's big and kind of furry and angry.
The hole we got you from?
No, there's a bigger hole further down. It's called the hole. You got to go through the muck and the stink and the metal thingies under the stone.
Oh, yeah, I think we were there. I think that's where
That
we
was
were.
the big boss.
Gotcha, cool. So that confirms that.
He tells us to feed him, but don't let him die.
Do you want to work for him?
That's what feeding him is. Because
Oh.
if you don't, he eats you.
What if you weren't under him
Jimothy
anymore?
Joe died 6 weeks ago. What the fuck? Why'd that rhyme?
So
6
you're working.
moons ago.
So you're working for him out of fear?
No, I'm working for him so I don't get eaten.
Yeah, that's fear. Do you want to not be afraid of him anymore?
Persuasion.
I'm not trained in this. Why? Why? What does that make that? 18.
Okay, he's like, you mean you can live different than not get eat by a bigger thing?
Yeah, really. Well, if you wanted to work for us, well, we're trying
Let's
to take
work.
the city back.
So you need
So-
fed? I can feed. Like,
Not-
go kill one of the scurries. I can kill a scurry and bring it to you. He points at a rat.
Well, you kind of see how everything's kind of destroyed and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's been like that forever.
What if it wasn't like that and you got better
Impossible.
shinies?
Better shinies. I
Better
heard about a shiny. I heard Fred say, "Ooh, shiny!" Ah! It must have been real good shiny.
Oh yeah, that was me.
You're not shiny.
Turns into the cup.
I'm gonna take this marketplace
He's
back.
he's fascinated by the shiny.
Where,
And, hold, marketplace? What's a marketplace? Hi.
where your homes are.
No, that's piles. That's not a.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah,
not a place.
uncups.
That's a piles.
You're an idiot. Okay.
Maybe. Boss says I'm smart than Bob.
I'm sorry
So-
for Bob.
I'm sorry for Bob too. He's probably next on the eat list.
So, if you had more,
I love you.
All right.
said no.
So we're gonna go kill the big boss.
You're gonna
So-
what?
Kobolds will probably not
Well,
attack us anymore.
so if you had people go to attack boss, do you think you could get others to join in with, to really make sure he goes? That way you don't have to be afraid
I'm
of him.
stupid, but I'm not that stupid. That's asking for to get eats.
Listen to me. We're gonna go kill
So-
it,
I'm glad you're enjoying this.
and I'm gonna want you to watch. When we're done killing it, we're gonna release you, and you're gonna go tell everyone that the big boss that eats you is dead.
That won't happen. But now I do want to watch it not happen. And
Okay.
I'll tell boss that I brought him food and I will then not get eat for 4 days.
All right.
Because 4 days is better than for an
Well-
eternity.
Typically, it's like
Oh.
the next time his stomach growls. You not get eat till stomach growl. Not get eat till moon come back 4 times. Great.
So would this change your mind? Pulls up 15 gold.
Shinies. But that shinies don't stop get eat. You get eat instead. You stop get eat. Can I go?
You're gonna watch us kill it. Come on.
What?
Drag him back up.
Gags him. Vis picks him up like
No,
a
I was
backpack
gonna say.
again.
So what are you called? Oh, he can't speak.
Dirty meat.
Dirty meat.
That look was.
Well, I was gonna say.
I,
No. Well, he hasn't thought of a name for this. It's a speaking. So it's just talking meat.
ew.
Because kobolds don't normally speak. They just bark at him and he eats stuff.
You don't understand the comic.
Nope. He knows undercommon and deep speech. That's it.
Doesn't
And
know.
common.
Okay, I was like, does he know regular
I was
common?
gonna say if
about
he
to-
didn't know common, he couldn't speak to these
Okay,
guys.
I was confused for a second. I'm like, did you assume that they have a language you share? Anyway, he grumbles and wiggles for a while, and this is like,
Yes, I love when you do that.
the movement irritates an old injury, and I don't know how well the limbs are attached.
So
I
do we
haven't
want to
tested
try to
this yet.
burn it out now?
He's like,
do we want to loot
the
this building
hair
a bit more, see
doesn't
if we can
sit
find
well.
stuff that could help? What are we doing? Kick a barrel down the thing, light it, kick it down, and try to smoke whatever out.
I'm gonna take this smaller piece of rope I gave you earlier, and I'm going to create a sort of fuse out of it. I'm gonna coat it in oil, and I'm going to. We're gonna take a barrel. We're gonna take one of the barrels of oil, and we're going to fuse it like a bomb, and we're going to push it down into the hole.
That sounds cool. That also might bury it along with loot. Just shoulders drop.
It
We
might.
could get that.
But I'm sure we'll find more. We're taking more than just
Yeah.
this marketplace. We're taking the whole city. And then we're going to
That's
go
true.
find the creature that destroyed my home, and I will destroy him.
That's fair. I'm gonna loot these.
I
I'm
could
gonna
be
loot the
up for
boxes.
an adventure. It has been a while.
I'm gonna loot the
But I
boxes
would
downstairs
request a
though,
wine.
because there's a bunch of boxes and I want to loot those. So he's gonna finally go to the because he saw the boxes, but then heard speaking. So I'm
If
gonna
you
go
want
loot
to
those
try and
boxes.
sneak in and loot before we use the bomb, then that's fine.
Or see if there's
He's-
anything
he's
shiny.
after the boxes
Well,
from the
yeah,
storeroom.
boxes first. Investigation.
I'm gonna go and begin
That's an
preparing
11.
the makeshift bomb.
And the hatch is still wide open, and it has like a metal attachment, and it's in the shape of an L, and it makes almost a box and forces it to stay open if you want to.
Okay.
And if you don't want it to, you can not
I'm gonna go
leave it.
collect my rope.
Okay.
My 38 feet of rope, plus my 12 feet of rope.
Yeah. Was a mere 11 for that investigation.
You do not find any boxes blatantly labeled anything that might hint at schematics.
Gotcha.
There's registration, there's
Boring.
authorized vendors,
Boring.
there's a resident address changes, stuff like that.
What all does it list on those changes?
Um,
Just like the person, basically?
it'd be, there's like, name did live here, name lives here.
Okay,
Name
boring.
did live here, name now lives nowhere. Stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Nothing that would indicate
evicted.
worth.
Removed forcibly, it's things like that.
That information is all dated. It happened many years ago.
Yeah, boring. Can I just tossing it over the shoulder? There's nothing under here.
If you can read in the dark, can you find information on the Viss estate?
Sure.
I'll look too. Since he
Ooh,
helped with the code.
That's a 23.
Natural one.
No, you go to reach in and he says, found it.
Yeah, found it.
And it does state that it belonged to something Viss, and it is to pass on that individual's death to Lord Yar Viss.
Hey, I found your
Uh,
name.
There is a clause at the bottom: upon that individual's death, any and all ownership may be revoked.
Oh, you no longer own it. You died.
He's like, interesting. I shall keep it.
Well, but either way.
It has
I mean,
my-
technically
has
you're alive
my-
again.
Has my
Yeah.
name on it. I might be able to argue with any new officiaries that may return to the city.
It's also the cop guy. What happened to that
I
guy?
might have to keep this away from him. Stuffs it further in a pocket.
Well, I mean, it shows that you own it now, right? So he'd probably want that to know that you own it, I guess. That way he knows that you didn't just lie to him as, oh yeah, this is totally my place, shifty eye, shifty eye. One of the eye just pop, 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 pop.
Ew. That would be gross.
Instead of the, oh gee, oh man, it's the,
Whoa, 6 viewers. Sorry.
holy shit.
That's the most I have seen on any of my streams ever.
Nice.
Anyway.
So otherwise we'd know if it was others. Because they would be like, hey.
But yeah, after collecting that, this is like, I'm going to go back down because it's brighter there. My eyes hurt.
Thank you, Viss.
And he climbs down, gets to the middle of the room, and punches the kobold again. That's going to be a running gag because I'm going to say he, on the regular, would be unconscious for approximately 10 rounds. A minute. So every minute it's like, stop wiggling. The less you wiggle, the less you get injured. And he does say stuff like, every time he punches it, like, please stop. That hurts my back.
Well, there's that floor. Didn't loot the second floor.
There's 4 rooms.
I'll just roll.
Uh,
Whether
I'm
it's
gonna
for
go
a room or-
outside-
and preparing the
Outside,
Barrel.
there's a couple of kobolds that like are luring rodents away for some reason.
That's a 17.
Roll a perception.
Okay.
Animal handling, maybe. One of those two. Pick one.
Well, if it's dealing with animals, it
Whatever
might
it
be
was, it's not good. 2.
Ooh. We'll go with perception. You see, like kobold, and he comes out with maybe it's meat, and like does that type thing, and then throws the meat and runs.
Mhm.
But you don't know where the meat went, and you didn't pay enough attention to see where those rats went, because there's more of those that are doing that, trying to follow your trail thing. They're
Ooh,
stupidly
piece of
curious
candy.
about.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
But yeah, stupidly.
That's 17.
17 for room searching. The first door you go to is locked. The second door's not.
Oh, cool.
And it's like conference room. a big long table, lots of chairs.
That chair's made of mahogany. Nice.
Mahogany.
Thank you.
And in one of these is like a couple skeletons clung together, dressed all fancy.
Bone. That might make good armor.
And,
Kind of ignores it.
and there's a filing cabinet. It's not really.
Why is that skeleton hanging? There's those two hugging each other, and there's that one hanging.
Just two hugging each other. Like, there's a set of chairs side by side. Their skeletons leaned up against each other, fancy dressed. There's one shiny on one that is in a like a teal dress or something, and it's a shiny gold heart.
Neat.
I don't know if I'm gonna make that important or not. I haven't decided. I'll just be straight out with you for that.
Gold
But yeah,
necklace.
there's like a filing cabinet type thing, but there's
Tim,
dust.
Tim, this building will be here when we're finished.
The kobolds might get here first. They know how to look for shinies. He'll at least get this room.
So, am I correct in assuming we're heading back to that dreadful hole?
Yep.
I shall venture forth and hang out in the market because I do not wish to climb out if we're locking this behind us.
I need
Yeah.
the kobold then.
He hands them to you.
Say it's up to you guys if you want to relock it. Might be a little
Backpack
annoying to
them.
get back in.
Backpack. Okay. And Vis like stands out in the middle and he's trying like checking the weight of the crossbow and seeing like how it feels in his hands.
Do you need something for up close?
He looks at his hands. Nah, I'm good.
In order to set him up on my back, I pull out my axe and my shield. So I've got both of them out. He's backpacked to me, and anytime he wriggles, I whack him with the blunt end of my
Okay.
axe.
Sounds
Pull
good.
out the warhammer, pull out the shield. Okay.
And Vis like hangs out in the middle, just stands about, and he's like, if
Yeah.
I feel you need assistance, I shall try out one of these distance objects on, be it a kobold or a rodent.
That'll be
If
fine.
there is something bigger than that, I might come up and punch it because it'll be more fun. And
Tenderize the meat with your bare
I
hands.
believe I would do more damage as well, but that's beside the point.
Well, light
That's
crossbows are
no.
D8,
Yeah.
which is equal to fists with unarmed fighting.
And he's D8 plus strength. Fists, technically.
Yeah, these would be dex. So.
So
It'd be a little bit more damage.
I'm approaching the barrel of which the V crack happened, and I'm checking to see how much oil is left in it after lining the.
I would think you've used like a fifth of it.
Okay.
And so like it's not at risk of trying to leak out of that crack. It was at first until you were like collecting it, splashing it places.
Okay. So I'm just gonna try to grab it by the top, get a grip on it, and drag it along with me while we're traveling back.
So I'm going to have you do an athletics check, and I will half your movement.
Half of my movement and an athletics check of 22.
22.
Nice.
Okay. You successfully grab it, and do not just slide your hand out because it's slimy with oil. And you manage to drag it. It takes quite a bit of effort, but conveniently this is a paved road.
All right. Tim, I will need your help lifting this barrel through the hole while we prepare it.
Okay.
As you get closer to the mound you came out of, you can hear the barking and the chittering. I'm gonna see if the one on your back is awake. He is not awake, so he does not try to translate or respond to them in warning, because either of those could have happened. Anyway, they're chittering and such. So there are still more kobolds than you presumed.
Well, it sounds like the ones downstairs are awake.
All right. Well, we may have to set this barrel aside for now and do some combat.
Well, if they're downstairs, then I thought you were wanting to light it, kick the barrel down, then it down there, and then wait for them to come up.
That's the plan. I just don't know if there are any up outside of the hole that are going to try and stop
That's fair. Invisible meat, where'd you go?
Yeah, because the torch, I didn't think about it, but the torch is still inside that building, and if you locked it behind you, it's definitely inside that building.
Well,
If you just shut the door.
Well, yeah, no one said if they
Okay,
locked, so I assume it's unlocked.
just been shut and unlocked. Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, cool. Could you go see if there's any kobolds at the entrance of that hole?
Yeah, I can take a
That
look.
way we need. That way we can know if we need to attack anything.
So, stealth check.
Stealth check.
You have advantage because you're invisible.
Mhm.
Because it's night. As far as I'm aware, the moon's not out.
I feel like that's mega advantage.
The moon is out, but it's one of those like on top of the
What?
building.
Ah.
You were you could tell that the moon was out. Down
Gotcha.
here, there's so much debris piled here, there, everywhere. Unless you're directly in the middle of the market area, it's not very noticeable the moon's out because of the angle.
Okay. 17.
17. I would consider you stealth. I might say that even
It also
below
might
two.
be you think you're stealth.
Yeah, you consider yourself stealth.
And
That's
that
a-
one, you consider yourself stealth. Yeah.
Are you moving? Are you moving just your normal movement, or are you doing a double movement?
I think I'll just move my normal movement.
So you move to an angle where you can see the top of the mound. Roll me a perception. Okay. I wonder who Bailey's talking.
Brian
That would
Richard.
be a.
Oh wait,
No, Richard said
yeah,
he's.
it's 7:30. I have no idea.
Richard
12.
said he's calling it.
If it was a
12?
Jeffrey Bailey, probably would have.
I'm going to say you do not see any movement on top of the mound.
Oh yeah, on top,
So you're
not
gonna
in.
try and all clear us?
Yeah. Let me. I got an easy way of doing that.
Ah, I think I know how.
I will just use a bit of take one of my torches and light it and like kind of
Okay,
wave it
do like
so that
a-
people can see.
Do a quick.
So it would be he materialized.
I materialize the torch, light it,
So
and
suddenly
he's
there's a
looking at
light
it.
in the darkness, and there's a half orc where like there's no way he could have been there.
My brain almost went, oh no, there's suddenly light and there's nothing there. So I'm like, wait a minute, no, he's only invisible in the dark.
If there was anything on top of the mound, it's definitely gonna notice it now.
I just find that
There is no
there's
attack
light
that suddenly
there.
happens.
Where the fuck is the sword?
All right.
That would have been
We're
great.
clear. Help me carry this up the mound, and we can prepare to roll it down.
Up.
Athletics checks, or one of you can roll it with help.
That's 20,
whichever.
we're fine.
Okay.
Okay. So even if you happen to falter, like because it slips or whatever, because it's barrel oil that you took oil out of and maybe
Yeah,
slugged,
he's moderately strong, but
Uh,
not boof.
you successfully get it to
I'm
the
decent
top
on
where that
Yeah, I've got a
indention
15.
was, where you like smashed it to hell while doing combat. You can see your path that you took down to the hole.
All right, and I'll just resume the standard dragging it until we get to the top of where it starts sloping down.
Okay. So you drag it through the mound. It is quite difficult to drag it through this, but you are still managing your half movement.
So do we want to try to lead him up and then hit him with the barrel, and then, or are we just gonna kick it down?
Well, it's about 40 feet in. A 50-gallon drum of oil is probably going to make an explosion that big. So if we were to just seal this, do you have something that can seal the top of this around a piece of rope?
Depends what could I pull out with the magic.
Even if it's just leather. If you got extra leather on you, we can strap it onto this
Oh, perfect.
so that it's not leaking
Get 20
out the
pounds of
sides.
scrap leather. Something's got to fit.
Okay.
What would it take
So-
to jury rig putting the lid
Do
on?
you have the capability to like have a sewing needle?
It's an artisan tool.
So-
It's a part of my
So,
craftsman's.
so it's one of those you would like dig in your bag and be like, I got
Yep.
this, and so you,
Yeah, because craftsman's tools
So I'm
has
going to-
all artisan tools.
So I'm gonna have
and
you
as a
roll
craftsman, I'm proficient.
gonna
in all
have you
those.
roll a craftsman check.
Yep. Which is, as of right now,
It'd
it'd
be like
just
intelligence and proficiency,
Yeah.
or what? Or is it just plus proficiency?
Well, since it's crafting, it would technically most of your tool sets are just, if you're proficient with it, you
Okay,
add proficiency, but if you're doing it where, like, depending on what kind of tool you're using, and you have, like, for example, let's say I was doing smith's tools and I was trying to, like, make the blade, it might be strength plus proficiency, that sort of thing.
I'm going to say intelligence plus proficiency because you're trying to
Okay.
make a solid out of a bunch of scribbly, scraggly, strange pieces of leather.
7,
Scribbly,
so that is
scraggly.
a 15.
You successfully make a cap with the V included, like with enough space that you can cap it without it pouring out of that V either.
Okay.
That should hold,
I
as
pulled.
long as the barrel doesn't collapse on you.
I cut 3 feet of rope off of my 12-foot rope bit.
Okay.
Feed it in. I coat it with the oil from one of the casks that I have,
Mm-hmm.
and then I slide that down into it. From there, I'm going to take just a piece of dry wood from the rubble and set it alight with my tinder box.
Okay. I will not make you roll to light that
Okay.
piece.
So
I
I'm going
thought
to tilt
about
this
it.
onto its side.
Thought
I'm
about
going to use this tinder to light the end of this rope, and I'm going to roll it down there.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing.
Need help doing it?
I might need help pushing.
Okay.
The tilt might take help getting it onto
Yeah.
its side.
All right.
So,
So, do you need a roll for that?
So athletics, strength athletics, okay.
14.
14.
I didn't help too much there. That was an 8.
So 14 will do it, and it's one of those. You almost get it, and the little bit of help from Tim gets it to a thud without
Okay.
Oh, hey.
without
my
a
hand was
big
formed.
thud.
All right.
It was pushing with
Yeah, it
blob.
was.
Ew. Oh, hold on. Has to
Like
focus.
still in like
I
humanoid
know.
shape, of course, still fitting around the kobold.
Okay. When I light this, we need to sprint out of this mountain and get back to the main street
Okay.
as fast as possible because I don't know how long it's going to take for this to burn.
Hammer, shield,
Okay.
ready.
You ready?
I love it. Flavor.
Okay. I light my end of the rope and push.
Okay.
Run.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not gonna make a so.
And
you can
since
get
from a distance, crossbow, I'm ready.
so. I'm only going to allow you to
You ready
take
for
normal
combat?
movement from here, but
Yeah.
it begins
Pretty
its roll down the descent of the slope. Do you remember how long I said the slope was? Because I don't.
40.
40. So
I
it's a-
think.
So it's like a 40-foot slope down, and it starts out kind of steep and then
Yep.
levels out.
Which
and
will-
that's the
which
big,
will help
the,
quite a bit.
The big 40-foot room, 40 by 40, whatever.
Yeah, move back to 30,
So,
turn around with
and
crossbow.
I'm going to
there
give
go.
you like two turns, I guess. So you make it 30, and then you dash. You make it
60. So
60.
total of 90. Oh,
yeah. So total of 90.
I probably would have only went 60.
The rapid movement does irritate 2 giant rats. So they like swipe at you, like they bound in and swipe at you and then move to another position. So 1 for each individual. That is like a 3.
Nope.
So it's like bounds over one of you, off of one of you, and that is I don't know because I don't have it's a 16 on the die.
I was gonna say, who are you going for this one?
So I'm going to say he was the loudest, I would think. With the move, no, you're louder with movement, aren't you?
Yep, medium
Um,
armor. I clunk, clunk.
So you would have been first target,
Okay.
second target, would be you, and I'm blind, not seeing it. I found it a minute ago. I found it again. That actually rounds out to a 20.
It hits a 20.
So that hits a 20 conveniently. It is a rat. It like does one of those leaping claws, and it like grazes across. You take 2 points of damage. It grazes across like your shoulder,
Oh no, your pec.
It's fine. I keep running.
like your
I don't
shoulder
care
in the
about it.
chase. Yeah.
That was a big jump.
And so those two like put themselves in almost a battle position there between you and the bomb, for lack of a better term. And then so you've made it to 90 feet. Do you want to continue, or do you want to turn and watch?
I get out to the main road. I'm gonna turn and watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing
So,
like I said, I have my
It's
crossbow.
a turn to do combat. Did you follow them, or did you hang out where you was hanging out?
I was when they started booking, and I followed
Okay,
suit.
just check. And Yorvis is even further back, and he's standing here like this with the crossbow, but it's like
Yeah,
at a
like
funny
sideways
angle.
tactically.
It's like
Oh
at a-
no, he's gangster.
It's like at a funny angle because he doesn't remember how to use the weapons.
Tab G.
Yeah, even
Tab
though
G,
he's
gangster
fighting.
mode.
There's a very large noise. There's a like flash of light that you can see from like not just that hole.
Yeah, multiple holes.
There's a random like some of the mounds light up almost from the inside, and further down the length there's light, just enough to be one of those like the reminder of like light switch on and off.
Yep.
And there's the
Any anime like kobolds fly.
no, there's now like screams of terror. And it doesn't matter the language, you can recognize it. It's a scream of terror. There's a large roar,
Cooked.
and then there is only the noise of like scampering, scurrying, a couple like death screams, but not not the burning death
Yeah.
scream, but like ah! So something like that. And I'm gonna say like 3 minutes go by, and the lights the furthest lights were literally on and off. The ones that are closer kind of hung out for a bit and have dissipated, and the closest, like the primary, it's kind of still like billowing light of still
And
sort
probably
of,
some smoke. Well, a bunch of smoke.
smoke and such, and you can hear crashing, smashing, and angry breathing, and out comes I'm going to say troll.
Oh, cool.
We fired
It's on
the
fire. It's extra pissed because it can't regenerate. So much damage did it take?
Not enough to die.
Does this count as a surprise round since we
That
all
one
surrendered?
did. I guess I'll allow, if you have a ranged attack, I will allow
Hey.
one ranged attack.
No, that's
I'll do a javelin at it.
I'll shoot with an arrow.
that's a
I
9.
got a 24 to hit it with a javelin.
Nice.
17.
Is a mere 9.
Probably not.
So, what'd you, 9?
Whiff.
Yeah. You whiff.
Pook. Holy shit.
17.
17 is a hit.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's
Roll
giant
your-
meat.
roll
I
your
want
damage.
it.
I got 7 points of damage on it. How
6
much
damage.
did it take from the bomb?
It looks
Above the table.
to be, I would call it bloodied, using older terminology for D&D.
Under half.
Okay.
Um,
Head start on the boss.
but it does not seem super coherent anymore. It has its eyes are literally like flaming with rage, as well as its back is flaming with fire. And it's some of it's just like you can tell it burned and skin just like slawed off. It because it's like pink.
So how's the kobold reacting?
The kobold's unconscious.
Well, it's been
Oh,
3,
but-
unless you've been punching him every minute. If you were just like waiting. Huh?
I didn't punch him after the explosion.
Oh, didn't punch him after. So he's wiggling, squirming. He can't see because he's back
Yeah.
here.
I'm gonna pull the cloth out of his mouth.
What the hell? What was that? Loud
I'm gonna
noises.
show him the troll.
Go to like just drop him like a sack of potatoes in front of you or something.
You still think we can't kill it?
Oh, you made him mad. That's not good. You gonna get eaten. Oh no, I can't get away. I'm gonna get eaten. He pisses himself.
Simple. Then fight with us. And I hand him hand him
He really
one
needs
of
them.
the crossbows with how many bolts do I have left? I'll give him 10 bolts.
Okay. Roll me initiative.
I got battle music.
DMCA, don't risk it.
Oh, okay, fair.
Because I would be okay with it, but I do not want to get
Yeah,
banned.
yeah,
from
we are
Twitch
unfortunately on Twitch, and since it's going to YouTube, yeah, no.
That's fair.
That's a net 20 for a total of 24.
Almost forgot about that.
Yet. If I wasn't if you could find non-copyrighted battle music, because those exist somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You know what? I've got just the thing. Come here, night mode.
So initiative set.
The initiative.
20. Net?
No, soft.
Okay.
Louis has a 20. Gerald, initiative.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
And plus dex, plus wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So.
of his build.
Yep.
Mhm.
Gloomstalker, man.
18.
Okay.
You also get an extra attack on the first initiative of combat. Because you're Gloomstalker.
So, top of the round is Tim.
It didn't die.
Yeah,
Bonus action reload because it's crossbow and bang. That is natural 20. What the fuck?
Okay.
So that's 2d8. That is 9 points of piercing, and then it's it's gonna get up close anyway. Shoulder the crossbow and then pull out shield because I don't have enough to pull out the hammer with it. So
Okay.
pull out shield and I'll kind of if I'm even with, actually I'll get in front of the kobold.
Okay. And Cobalt is just shivering and shaking and is like scooting backwards at, half a square a turn. That's how I'm going to make him move. Because I can. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because he's bound.
Oh, well, I thought he was unbound.
No. He just dropped him.
Oh.
Still, just.
So you just dropped a weapon by his side and you just
Yeah.
like.
So you just like smacked him with a.
Well, I didn't smack. Oh.
It's, here, take this drop crossbow
Gotcha. It was
on the kobold's head.
It was oh shit, I'll have to fix that next turn. That's turn.
I didn't roll for this. I didn't think about it.
That's
Doesn't
four.
matter. I guess that works.
Pretty tabby.
So,
Yeah.
and fuck it just to see. Okay, yeah. So, thunk, and it like it hits it in the shoulder, and he was like, so that's how that works. Bloody hell. Oh, reload. You can hear him grumbling to himself in the back. Sir Louis, I forgot the character name again.
It's Everett.
Yeah. Everett.
Everett.
You mean magic meat? Magic
How far away
hearing
is the troll?
I would call it like 70 feet. So it came smashing out of the hole. Debris went everywhere. Cobalt pieces went everywhere. There's still fire behind it. It's burning in
Excellent.
places. And it
can't
like
get it.
leapt and had landed like 20 feet from the hole, so 70 feet from y'all.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the badass walk. I'm gonna drop my shield, I'm gonna have my axe ready, and I'm just gonna start walking forward, and I'm going to transform into my half bear form.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, Harry meets back on the prowl.
I'm only gonna move 15.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay.
Jerome, right?
Yeah, Jerome.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and use Dread Ambusher to move 40 feet, flank.
Okay.
Well, it can't necessarily get a flank off.
So you
because
can
no one's in melee.
So you can move. I'll let you take that 40-foot movement,
Mhm.
and you move. So
Mhm.
like, you move one direction or the other, and like in a parallel to where you're
Curious,
at
has
a funny
it-
angle.
Has
to
it been an hour since he cast Hunter's Mark?
Probably.
Okay, was
Maybe.
curious.
Okay.
I was gonna say between all the searching and the
Yeah,
walking.
Yeah, to see if he'd still have that and
been a
could just
while.
bonus action move it.
Yeah.
Without having to cast another slot.
I mean, it has been longer than that.
Yeah.
I-
That's why I
it
was
was
curious.
probably one of those like not drastically longer than an hour, hour and a half at absolute most.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, but it would've
you were in a hurry, but it's also then once you got to the like
Yeah, it was, ooh.
you had to get up into the building and then up to the top and yeah.
Okay.
But you move to an angle that is not clustered with the rest of the group.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the troll.
Shoot up there.
Ooh.
6 plus 6. That's a 12.
Wait, are you in shadow?
Oh, you know what? Am I?
High or low?
Yeah, because now there is chunks of light now thanks to the
High.
mountains
High
burning.
good?
High good.
It is 30. There is
Oh.
one of the. So you know how it said on the wall? They built a wall around the market lane.
Damn it.
A chunk of that wall is
Mhm.
like smoldering from the bottom.
Mhm.
There's light coming off of it.
So you
Okay.
are not invisible, so you do not have advantage.
That's fine.
Like you are like the perfect silhouette from this angle.
Okay. Is that a hit or is that a no?
That is a miss.
You got a second shot.
Do I
Because
have a
it's
second
first
shot?
round of combat.
Okay.
As Gloomstalker.
Okay. 13 plus 6. That's
20.
20. Okay.
Well, that's
13
19, my
13
bad.
plus 6 is 19. But a 19 is indeed a hit.
Okay. Then
Warp.
Yeah, you were a D8.
D8.
Well, if you're using longbow, it's D8
Yeah.
plus
D8
Dex
plus
mod.
4, so 5, and then yeah.
Okay. So 5 points of damage.
Mhm.
So thunk. And then it strides forward 30 feet. So it is
Seems
40,
to be a
40
slow
feet.
troll.
40 feet from the
Everyone.
rest of the party.
Yeah.
And it,
25 feet away from me.
yeah.
Yes.
And it's
So,
roaring.
Does
and,
Rage grant attack advantage?
No, you're thinking reckless attack. You can
So-
just do that.
So rage increases
Yeah.
the
I-
damage
yeah.
you do and reduces the damage you take.
Got it.
But yeah, the trolley's swinging this big club in the air and, how dare you attack boss? Kind
You're not a very good boss if you're on fire.
of type thing.
Got it.
And boss
You're
says
doing
goes.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
Oh shoot, you're tied. Hold on, I'm gonna use my action to untie the kobold.
Okay. I'm going to give him a reaction of he disengages the fuck out of there. He like
okay,
he
fine.
just runs and climbs into one of the walls.
Okay, and then he'll turn around.
Fuck this shit, fuck this shit, fuck this shit. Mine not get eat. Mine not get eat.
But then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna move 30.
Okay.
And then
So you are within 10 feet of the troll?
excellent. I am the tank. Pull out. Has shield out and pulls out the warhammer. That's turn. Well, actually no. I'll be behind. Because he mentioned trying to protect. So I'll be. Not directly, but like
Yeah.
he's here and I'm like here
Yeah.
basically. So I'd
So
probably yeah.
You're 5 foot diagonal backwards from him.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So,
And I used my action, so that is
Yeah.
turn.
All right.
tis the Louis turn.
So
Okay.
I'm going to
Crossbow bolt flies at it. So yeah, no. Crossbow bolt goes. Poof. And he's like, damn it!
Damn it.
3 more. How the fuck do you load this?
So I'm gonna charge it. Not
Okay.
not like full
Yeah.
on charge, but run at it. When I get within the 5-foot range, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And attack. So-
Roll for your wild surge.
So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm raging. This is the first time they've seen me go wild surge.
Yeah.
What does your rage look like?
Whoa! Whenever a creature hits me with an attack roll before my rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution.
Nice.
Okay.
So you got some kind of weird looking aura thing.
So I can picture you've got almost swirling energy. And I don't know what color it might be. I picture green because you was druid. And druid screams green in my brain.
I could see like green with like slight little hints of like.
I'm a charging
from,
the
like-
laser, it says.
And then my attack roll was a 10.
10. So you swing and you hit it, and it doesn't do anything. That's my depiction of you didn't reach its armor class at this moment.
Well, typically with me, if it's under a 10, you don't even hit,
Well,
it's a
it's-
whiff.
I mean-
if it's 10 or above, it's you hit them, but you didn't you didn't do enough
But-
to do damage.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's the atypical anime,
It's
you
one of
stab
those.
them in
You
the
went
armor
and
and it's...
swung the axe at him, but it was one of those. He like hit
It was a
the
glancing
axe
blow.
himself to protect himself.
Gotcha.
My claw attack, can I use it?
Is it
It's a disadvantage.
It would normally be a bonus action, I believe,
Okay.
and you have used your bonus action to rage.
I don't.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't
That's
know
fine.
about the race either. Like if it's normally a bonus action for shifters.
I'm not sure on that, but
'Cause
my ruling
otherwise-
right this second is it is a bonus action.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That is
I'm
it.
standing face to face with this
Okay.
massive troll. Well, face
Double.
to tits with this massive troll.
Okay.
So he is directly in front of it. You are 30 feet from it. You are something like, I don't know, 35, but over there.
Okay.
I'm too lazy to get a map out.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, the one that I bought you.
Ding, ding.
I would like to move as far as I can, continue kind of around. Maybe like stop slightly early for like a slightly more dark spot
Okay,
where I might be invisible.
You pick a shadowed area. So you pick your perfect location and you are invisible.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him.
Roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage because you have become invisible.
18 plus 6
24.
is
Yeah, that is a
something.
successful hit.
Hits enough.
Hits enough.
A D8. No, okay, you did. I saw the D6
and-
next to it and went, no, wait a minute.
11 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
I rolled a 7.
Gotcha. It takes that hit, and it seems that it is irritated by that. And it looks around, and then swings at the thing directly in front of him.
Sorry.
Where's the math for that? So it swings this big ass club at you. It doesn't regularly have a club, but it does right now, and does a 21 hit you
Yeah.
after my math.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone?
And it's actually going to do. Ouch. That is a 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I have resistance to that.
Yep.
Okay,
so
that-
you have it to 7.
So that halves it to 7.
Okay. So 7 of my temporary hit points are gone.
Nice.
And
And my magic retaliates.
Yeah.
Yes.
D6 force, right?
For 3 damage.
okay.
When did you get temporary? Oh wait, you got that through transforming, right? Because you talked about that.
Yeah, I get temporary hit points equal to my con mod plus my level plus 1d6.
Nice.
Swung this club with one hand, slammed it down, and then it like tries to grab you with the claws as a pierce attack and or grapple.
Oh boy.
And it does not successfully find
So am I
purchase.
doing an opposed grapple with him?
No.
Oh,
If
okay.
it had successfully hit you, it would have then been an opposed grapple.
Okay.
She tries to like grab, pinch, claw something, and you manage to deflect it with your own claw, or you sidestep one of the two. And it is now back to Tim.
Sees the big hit. I made a terrible mistake going into melee. Still goes into melee anyways. He is going to cause violence with the hammer, because otherwise I don't have enough
Do you?
sheathing actions to
Yeah.
pull out the crossbow. So, because it's shield, hammer, and then that'd be three.
I learned with one of my characters when I had to switch to something that was not a javelin, like with Rayford, it was drop and pulled out the bow.
Yeah, and like I said, he's
But-
not doing that. So
They're his.
here I go bonking with the warhammer.
Debunk.
What the fuck? There's another natural 20,
That's
What the
ridiculous
fuck?
and funny.
I need your
and it's one-handed.
Dude, anime bullshit, bro.
Yeah,
Apparently,
right this minute.
6, 8, so 14, 16 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. It seems irritated, but not horribly.
And that is turn, because I got nothing else I can do.
And then crossbow bolt. Phew. Nowhere, absolutely nowhere near it. 2. And it is
He'll
now-
shoot
He
him
was.
again.
What I could imagine from that was he was trying to load it and then it just fired off.
Ding! My bad! My bad!
Alright, so I am jamming this into the side of his leg, my axe. I'm going to try. And then I'm going to try and claw attack his arm, the one holding the club.
Okay.
So
So
the axe attack is a natural 20.
Nice.
So
Don't have brutal critical yet,
that
but
is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13 damage with the axe, and
Okay.
then
did you add your bonus rage damage?
no,
Plus 2?
Yeah, you add an extra 2.
so 15,
15.
and then the claw attack with disadvantage is a 13.
13 is a unsuccessful hit.
Okay.
So it's hit him real good. You hit one of those burning pieces direct
I was going for his leg.
for his leg. So you manage. He's got patches of skin that where the oil when it exploded splattered like napalm and hit him, and it's just melting, boiling flesh. And you successfully hit one of those, and you find lots of purchase. But roll me a perception.
But that cut through like butter.
Is that 14?
14. That doesn't feel like it should. You've not fought a troll before, but you fought something with tough skin before. And even when, typically when you're in your rage mode, you find a hit that good, it feels better than that.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. I don't
And
know
he
how to
like-
respond to that.
it roars in your face, "Boss angry!"
All right.
It's
That's
fine.
it.
Okay. Gerald.
Okay. Can't say I want to move. I'm in a pretty good spot.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot.
Sweat.
I saw that the bouncy knob did what it didn't roll.
Yeah.
It bounced back to the number it was on.
That's a 15.
15 is a miss.
Okay.
Damn. Hi. How you doing, Evan?
Well,
Do you have any bonus actions you can do?
You could Hunter's Mark. Would use a spell slot, but means wherever you hit it, you deal an extra d6.
yeah.
I don't know what other spells you have, but that's fine.
Yeah. Just Hunter's mark is about the only thing that would be useful. At least that I would want to do right now.
Yeah.
I might have a coffee a minute. Can I have a Mountain Dew, Ray?
Go for it.
Oh no, I said something copyright. I'm kidding.
Mountain Dirt.
I like that green drink.
That reminds me, they're coming out with an alcoholic one soon.
Well, the gold old Mountain Dew used to be the original design
Yeah.
for this was for whiskey to add to as a shooter.
Yeah, kind of
I
like.
think my turn's just over.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like whatchamacallit, ginger ale.
The troll cusses at you in a language you don't know, because I don't believe anybody speaks giant.
Nope.
Anybody speak giant? Okay. Cusses at you in a language you don't know, swings the club at you again. Is that a 4?
4.
Yeah. So, club hits the ground near you, dust.
Roll it
and,
again. I'm kidding.
Dust.
I don't
and-
have a fighting style.
Dust and dirt splatter. And then he, backhands in your direction.
Okay.
Oh, puny! That's an 15.
Nope.
Okay,
Wouldn't even normally hit the armor.
gotcha. And he roars again, angry, and it is now back to you.
Did I see that his axe didn't do as much damage?
Roll a perception.
14.
14.
I
What did
think.
you get? Did you get a 14?
I had a 14.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
So you notice that was a good clean hit on a weakened piece of skin, and it did not go as far as it should.
Huh. That's odd. Guess I better bring out the squad. He's gonna put the hammer away. He's going to flash his ring, and from the side of his head, it pops
Yeah.
out as bees come out. As I cast bees, it's infestation. He needs a con save, which he's really good at, but he doesn't know.
Oh yeah. Yes, he is. Oh well, that doesn't matter. That's an 8.
Nope, that's a failure. He takes 5 poison damage and roll a d4.
2.
He moves south 5 feet because the bees are attacking him. It's
Okay.
It does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay. So he goes 5 foot. So you two are here, and he's taking up that whole space because he's a large creature, and he steps 1 square this way.
Gotcha.
He takes 1 step because that would be 5 foot, and he's
1
still
square?
directly in front of the bar. It is now. Okay, technically it's Vis, so let's see the crossbow. He's got 1 more after this, and then he won't assist at all. The other, phew! And he's like, fuck it! Clatter, clatter, clatter. And, you hear, a interesting, let's get it on, from behind you.
Get it on.
And there's Shadow Vis with the armor.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
Alright. So I'm gonna grab with both hands and I'm going to chop again at that leg because I don't like how that felt.
Okay.
If you want a better to attack as a barbarian, you do have reckless attack, which gives you
15.
advantage.
15.
But if the
15 is a miss.
Oh.
Or an unsuccessful damage.
1, 2,
You hit a part of skin that is not all melty gross. And it's almost like steel.
did the poison do more than
No.
the? Oh, cool. So it's just resistant. Ew.
Yeah.
So I just noticed it outright that time. This
Yeah.
thing's skin is tougher than it's supposed to be, guys.
The poison didn't make it sicker. The bees aren't strong enough.
Bonus action of any sort?
Well, he two-handed.
I mean, he two-handed, but technically you can make a swing with two hands and then ready your axe,
Yeah.
and then backhand with claws or something.
Sure, let's try it. Backhand with claws.
Just cause. No? Yeah.
Bonk.
Give me for a second.
It tickled his thigh or something. Gerald.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Good
Thank
thing
God
you-
you had advantage.
Oof.
Yeah, 'cause
All right.
you can tell advantage.
He
to
didn't
fuck off.
like seeing that number.
So that's a 16 plus.
The second number was
Six.
a 1.
I'm surprised that infestation worked though. 'Cause I was just
16
like,
plus-
geez,
plus
'cause he's
6,
never
I
dealt with an
assume
ogre
hits.
before.
16 plus 6.
Or troll.
Yeah, 16 plus 6 hits, yes.
6 damage.
6.
Whack.
He does not look super happy, but you can't tell at this point how injured this
Yeah.
is. Because it already looked fairly injured, and you've been beating on it, and the injuries don't seem that much worse.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thick skin. I'm gonna love making armor out
and
of you.
then it is back to Tim.
If it shifted 5 feet, I'm still within its attack range, right?
Yeah, you're still within attack range.
Okay. Well, that didn't work, so I might as well bonk with the hammer.
So you hit the other knee.
The other knee?
14,
The other
18 to
knee?
hit.
Yeah.
18 hits.
7 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. I need to tech math for a second. Nope, not there yet.
And that is turn. That's turn.
That's a turn. Okay. So Vis like bamps, for lack of a better description, and then he ends up like 10 feet behind you guys. I believe I can assist, but I'm not sure. Don't let it hit me.
I can't promise it. I don't have a fighting style, so I can't tell it no.
And that's all he
Why'd I
does.
do
Your turn, sir.
I'm gonna try the 2 attacks again.
Okay.
Because I want to be more accurate this time. First attack is a 23.
23 is a hit.
And that is. Ooh.
Woo.
8 plus 5, 13 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Second attack with disadvantage. 17 was my disadvantage.
Damn.
So plus
17.
5.
So
17 is a hit.
So. We're gonna slice him open. It was, what did we decide upon? It was a d4 plus strength. So
Gotcha.
4 plus strength is 3. 7 more.
Okay. And it is still standing. Jared.
Okay.
Technically, this is a health sponge more than. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
if the club hits you, that might hurt you a lot.
Uh-huh. If it's in that 20 splat.
Well, if you want to hear thing, it was conveniently that hit was maximum. That
Oh,
he took.
thank you. Yeah, crit could still kill me.
Yeah.
Well, down me. It wouldn't downright kill
Yeah.
me. But
I'm gonna shoot again.
From the shadows. Was that 2 low numbers? That was 2 low numbers, wasn't it?
that's a dumb idea.
Alright. 19.
19 is a hit.
Yeah, and then
It's dumb.
7 damage.
My toes are cold.
Yep.
Everything else is fine, but my toes are cold, which is stupid. And now it will take a swing at the one dealing the most damage with the club. That's a 25. I'm
That
sorry.
Definitely
I'm-
hits.
That comes out to where'd my math go? That comes out to 13.
Okay,
points
let's
of
start
damage.
next turn.
And retaliation from my magic, 1 point of damage.
Okay.
1 point of force.
13
Poke.
halved is it rounded up or
6.
down?
Round
6.
down.
Okay, my temporary hit points are gone. 1, 2.
And then it is going to, because you're still sort of in
Yep.
front of it, it's going to like.
Yeah, I'm
leap-
just at like an angle.
You're at a different angle, and so it swung here, and then it like smack slash thing. I can't math. 18.
That just hits.
Okay.
Meets it, it beats it.
What is that again? The little one. You take. You take 8 points of
Whew.
damage,
Bonk.
and it is your turn.
Ow. I'm gonna, cause I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. Does it have space to move around it?
Yeah, you're out. You guys purposely was out in
Gotcha.
Market Lane, and it came at you a little bit, and then he met it where there's
Gotcha.
room. I mean, there's some debris piles, but not
Gotcha.
directly in
Cool.
your little
I'm
bubble.
gonna use my movement, go around, murder sandwich.
Murder sandwich is accepted, Brad.
You look like you taste good. I'm gonna use my tongue attack, which is going to do significantly less.
So,
Since we are flanking, get advantage on attack.
Okay.
That
So if I get advantage and disadvantage, does that just mean that it's a single
It would
die?
be
Yep.
it'd be a straight roll.
So 19,
And if you get advantage twice, you just have advantage.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
You get to roll 3 dice.
No.
6 points of
I've
blood.
thought of allowing that, but I don't know.
6 points of bludgeoning, and it is grappled.
Okay.
It can still attack. Well, I gotta double check. Yeah, it can still attack, but if it attacks anything, it's with disadvantage.
Okay.
If it wants to break out, which it would have to use its action, it needs to make a strength versus 8 plus proficiency plus my con mod.
Okay. So if it attacks anything that isn't
Anything,
Any.
because it just says it can still attack, but with disadvantage.
Okay. Gotcha.
Specifically with that ability. So tongue wraps around this thing, despite its size.
So
Actually,
I don't remember how that works. I don't remember how the Echo Knight works, but I'm gonna say Vis steps up to it at a different angle, and then on the other side, the Shadow Vis pops up. Star Platinum. And they both punch it.
Okay.
Because I don't remember if during the summon the one gets to attack or not.
well,
'Cause if
you
you
can
take
make
the-
you can make an attack in its place, but it doesn't technically get its own attack.
Oh, okay.
Like, for example, let's
I
say you're
thought you
standing
could-
over
I
here and
thought
it's
you could
here, you
bonus-
can still melee in its spot.
Because I thought you could.
They
you
also
can
have
hit-
Unleash Incarnation.
'Cause I thought
I
you
don't
could hit
remember
it-
how many uses, but it gives an extra
If I
attack.
remember right, you could hit it, but then you could bonus action and it would hit it. But I don't remember.
Hold on,
And
I
I
can pull
can't-
that up for you
I
real
was
quick.
gonna look it up, but I'm streaming.
Yeah, your phone. Hold on.
I'm preoccupied. But for now, I'm going to say that they both attack, even if that's not something that normally can happen for the flavor. And Shadow Vis misses. Regular Vis hits it actually quite well. And he does 11 points of bludgeoning.
Nice.
And he's like, oh, my hand! Why does it feel like iron? Something like that.
Whenever you take the attack action, you can make one additional melee attack from the Echo's position. Use this feature a number of times equal to your combo. You regain all uses when you finish a long rest.
Now it is your turn. You have advantage, by the way.
I'm gonna go straight for the face.
Okay.
I'm gonna go one hand straight to the face and
Straight to the face.
The claw attack again.
You can do it!
Natural 20
There you go.
on the first hit,
Brilliant.
right in the face.
Right in the face.
That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 to the face,
Okay.
and then the claw attack is just a regular roll. It does not hit.
Does not hit. I'm gonna try the math in my head real quick. So, I would say he looks at about half of what he did before.
He's at a quarter.
And it is Gerald's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to shoot it.
Thunk,
What?
thunk.
Keep working at it.
That is a decent roll. That one is not. Good thing you have advantage and
Yeah,
not
15
disadvantage.
plus 6, that's a 21.
Yeah, 21 is a hit.
21?
And then 8 damage.
8 damage.
Nice.
Wow. It is now going to. Especially after you have attacked its face, it's going to swing at you.
With disadvantage.
Uh,
So I have it grappled.
it's actually going to swing at him with normal,
Oh, cool. It's got an ability. I hate it.
and it missed. And then it's going to try to like bite your tongue. That's wherever it's attached. And instead of clawing,
I was gonna say, does that one still flat, or is it with disadvantage?
this one is with a disadvantage. No matter what, it was going to miss. It like tries to bite it and like licks your tongue or something.
You taste good.
Grody, your turn.
Well, time to block it with a hammer.
So does the tongue just like just go?
Well, oh no, well for him right now it's coming out of the mouth.
Okay.
It's just long as shit. That's a 20 to
That's
hit.
what she said.
20 is a hit.
That is 3 points of bludgeoning, and because it is grappled with my tongue, I can use my bite as a bonus action.
Okay.
That is. Oh, that one's not great. That's merely a 12 to hit.
12 is a miss. So you lick him.
I'm already licking it.
I mean,
the teeth
so-
didn't get purchased.
So the what I picture his tongue, he sends the tongue out and it's a grapple. I don't think it wrapped it. I think it went like a lamprey.
So it's like
Yeah.
a lard tongue?
Little-
and
little-
my teeth appear in the tongue?
Little
Oh.
teeth went, and then he tried to like close it to where it was gonna take something, and it didn't work.
Gotcha.
It just like it flopped around.
Thing's skin is made
That
of
is turn.
metal.
I have to pee.
Either that or this is a troll wearing full plate, but it's flavored to be skinned.
Nah. This. Okay, because he does have advantage too, he manages to punch it! And he does only 4 points of damage. So he is not. It's one of those whack! And it is now your turn. He's like, I don't know if I'm helping.
Well, that seemed to work, so I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna hit it in the face again.
Shot it in the face again. And my advantage gives me an 18,
18 is a hit.
and that is a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
And claw attack is also an 18.
Nice.
And that is 4 damage.
Okay. It is still breathing, but it is bleeding.
You bleed, you die.
Tis your turn, sir.
Shoot it again.
Thunk. That's a decent roll. That is hilarious.
Why am I getting just a number and then
It's like-
minus 10 from that number?
It's funny.
And then, is that hit? 18 plus 6?
Duh.
12 damage.
Wow.
8 plus 4?
Decent amount of damage. This
Hit it through an eye
arrow.
or something.
So you're fighting it, and then it's looking at you, and then like an arrow, you can see it stick out of its cheek or something from a different angle. It punctures and blood goes everywhere. It roars.
Good shot.
And it currently turns and tries to hit you with said club.
Oh, yeah.
I just hit it with an arrow through his cheek, dealing 12 damage.
Nice.
18.
That meets. It's gonna hurt.
That meets.
and 4, and that comes out to 8 points of damage.
Oh, cool.
I believe is the math I was using earlier.
I didn't do it. You can't blame me.
And then it turns around, clubs him, and then comes out and tries that claw thing again to you.
Disadvantage.
That's a 4, so that's a miss.
Oh, in case it that one. Oh, in case you do
Yeah.
severity.
Yeah, and it just misses. Unsuccessful attack.
I'm the one using the claw attacks here.
Your turn, Sarah.
Side mouth. That fucking hurt. Okay, no crack.
Threw it at your phone. I was like, why do you panic? Oh,
That's enough.
15?
15 is a miss.
Ugh, rude. Bite with bonus actions. He's still grappled. Ooh, that'll hit. But will I crit? Nope. 19 on the die, so I'm just gonna
Yep.
assume that hits.
That is hit.
So 6 points of piercing.
Okay. This punches it. He punches it good.
Good punching.
I'm not gonna see if he rolls for. Wow, he punches it actually quite good. Because that was like 12 points.
Nice.
He rocks it. Your turn.
The face, one more time. Bring it down hard.
With advantage.
That's not gonna hit.
Not
Go ahead,
gonna-
the claw attack.
So you.
Nope, nothing hits.
Oh yeah, that is the thing. Since it is grappled, people do have advantage to hit it. I forgot about
mean,
that.
they already had advantage because of the flankings.
Well, this would have it too.
This has it because of his.
Ah, gotcha.
Because you can use the double to give other people advantage
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
It is now.
If the kobold
Jared's
decided to
turn.
stop being a bitch, it would have
He
advantage
stumbled
too.
out of the way of my axe.
That's how I picture that, is it being rocked when it came back to position. You had prepared for where it was going.
Kobold
Shoot
would have
again.
advantage too because of attack tactics. If it wouldn't be a little bitch.
13. That's a 13 plus
6, so 19.
19.
That is a hit.
7 plus 4 damage. That's
He loves
11
it.
damage.
11 damage.
Nice.
It is still barely standing.
But it's fucked pretty bad.
It is bleeding quite profusely. Your turn.
Does it not get a turn?
Oh, I guess it does.
Because I was like, wait a minute.
Hold on. Do
If it wants to break out of that grapple, it just needs to use its
It's
action.
just making its way over here.
Holy shit, it made it that far. What the fuck?
That's funny.
Holy shit.
It takes a swing at you, sir. Does an 18 hit you?
No.
18 is a miss or an unsuccessful attack. Swings the club.
Yeah, hits the shield.
Hits the shield with a claw. I could see you using the claw like a shield,
It is
And
actually plus 1 armor class.
and so it's like a parry thing.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
I drop my shield and then
Oh,
lose 2 armor
oh,
class,
okay.
but when I transform, I get 1 of them back.
And you get missed by the claw.
Gotcha.
Now it's your turn. I was skipping my own creature's turn.
Oh.
And he didn't let me. I didn't mean to skip my own turn, but.
Thank God for advantage.
Whoa, all 3 cats! Oh, the boy caused them to skip.
13 misses, so bonus action chomp.
Hi. Oh, hey.
22 to
There's
hit.
cookies upstairs.
Yeah, 22 to hit with the bite, because the hammer
action
missed.
attacks.
What?
If I've grappled them with my tongue, yes. Which I've currently got.
And this technically could use a bonus action punch, but I'm
8
not,
points
I'm
of
not
piercing.
doing it. Okay. So this is going to punch at it, and that was going to be a hit based
Is that with
off of-
advantage?
I'm too lazy to roll advantage for this because he's an NPC.
Yeah.
Unless, like, I'm feeling flavorful. And he rocks it again. My math is not working. 10 points of damage.
Nice.
It looks to be on its last breath. Your action.
Die!
With advantage?
With advantage, I got a 16 on the die for advantage.
16 on the die. How would you like to do this, sir?
Okay, so I want the axe to hit the arrow sticking out of his face and
I
rip
love
his face
that
in half.
smile.
Yeah, just the.
And so it's you hit just the right angle to cause a vibration in that arrow, and the mixture of the slash, the strength, the vibration, you split the skull of this troll. And like as you hit it, there's been this little bit of a red tinge to its eyes, and its eyes dull to a black, and the head starts to split. It falls on itself, and it starts smoldering from the still melting, burning parts.
No, I want that, I want that, I want that.
There
It's
is
made of metal.
as the then give him a bath.
Daddy, Mommy told me to come to you.
No.
Mommy said to come to you.
Okay, then he's not getting a bath right now. He'll get one later.
As soon as I realize it's still burning, I want skin, trying to put out the fire.
As the skull splits, the eyes, the tinge disappears from the eyes. It's like the skin and the muscles relax, and it does not feel like it did before. And the life leaves its eyes. It dies.
Looks like a plain old troll now.
Looks like a plain old troll.
Put it out, put it out, put it out. I want its skin!
Probably more of the magic that caused all this. I'm gonna transform back into my human form and go collect my shield.
Okay.
And I'll go collect the arrows that I could have.
Yeah, up to half.
You can reclaim half.
Okay.
So guesstimate how many times you attacked.
Voluntarily withdraw from my rage.
Well, if you don't attack or get attacked for an entire round, then it would just turn off automatically.
Well, I voluntarily do it because flavor.
Gotcha.
My apologies. Put it out, put it out, put it out! You are burning yourself trying to put this out. Because it is almost as if it's molten tar.
Oh, yeah, no. It's
Because it was like
steps back.
black oil
Gotcha.
that you rolled down. It sloshed amongst itself, pressurized a little bit, and then boom,
Gotcha.
mixed
so
with whatever was in the pit, the
Yeah.
hole, whatever was in the hole.
Y'all splooged the pit.
Ew.
We impregnated the whole.
I'm
the
sure
troll
glad
came
we
out.
used that bomb that we did.
And then there's a lot of these, areas closest to the hole, the mounds, like you can see there were pieces that were almost directly connected because they're still smoldering. You can still see light from these nearby mounds. You do not hear scurrying, scattering, anything like that.
Mr.
and
Koval, I didn't catch your name. It's dead.
And from a different mound, you assume it's the same kobold. I can't believe you guys fucking did it. We no get eated. They no get eated. What now? Do we eat him? Is that how this works? Am I supposed? And so he goes and like starts nomming on it. I become boss. I eat now.
Well, what's your name first? If you've got one. If not, do you want a name?
Boss called me trash.
Do you like being called trash?
It's like rash, and I'm not itchy, but rashes are cool. So trash is great.
All right, trash. So,
Tell everyone your boss has been destroyed. We're your boss now.
So I have box boss, and dog boss, and dark boss. He looked at this.
dark boss.
Because he's black, wearing
Yeah.
all black.
Gather everyone that you have of your kind that's still alive. Let them know
Christmas. Cookies for
they don't need to feed us,
Cookies.
but if we
So,
need them, they will
Prepare
oblige
me
or
to
die.
come back up
Uh-huh.
when you are done.
No, I'm gonna leave it down here.
No cookies for
Sorry,
you.
what?
Bub.
I got distracted by the children.
Tell everyone that they don't have to feed us. They don't have to collect food for us. They're free to build their homes as they please in this area. But if we need them and call upon them, they are on our side. They fight for us now.
Oh. Okay, I can try. I go tell that new boss.
New boss.
Uh,
No need feed. We no eat. We ask when we need your help.
Okay.
that reminds me. Have you seen any like really burnt wood that'd be good for fuel? If that makes sense. Charcoal.
He points at the hole.
Besi-
Lots of wood there.
Oh, besides the stuff that's already burning, do you know of any place that's not burning right now that holds a big chunk?
Intelligence check on the thing.
Hey, you're like, I gotta flip back to cool. Look, I gotta flip back to trash.
I don't. It would be funny to actually have him in here as trash. What, buddy?
Hand cook.
It's like candy.
Oh, okay.
Man, almost stuck. Come here, trash. Or something that would be like trash. What is your stat there? Okay. No. He no.
That's okay.
Not seen burned wood.
Okay.
That also reminds me, there's signs around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything for a blacksmith? Oh, there.
Not in this district. But after you ask that question, he then immediately scurries away in terror to tell that there's no bosses.
Alright, bye, trash. Oh.
And hold this up, and what's good now? Keeping on. So you've defeated the troll.
We've defeated the troll. We've reclaimed the market. The kobolds in the market are now on our side.
And I'm gonna say
We have the wolf the gate.
you have the wolf gate.
Okay.
I'm gonna say there's. So the troll probably weighed, I don't know, 600-700 pounds, I would assume. And there's only, if for some reason you wanted troll flesh, I'd call it 200 pounds
Yeah.
worth that's usable.
How much?
200. The rest is like, I'd call it troll fat, but it is currently unusable because it is burning. And I'll figure out how long I decide it burns later. Because I can.
How about hide?
The hide is not used.
Fuck. That's fair.
There are far too many holes and burn marks, and
That's fine.
deformities.
My bad.
That's why I use hammer.
We have to figure out what was causing that thing to be stronger than it should have been.
I don't know, are they always like that?
No. I've killed things with tough flesh before, but that was like metal.
Cool.
As you see him trying to like skin it and collect meat, he's carving it as if it was
A turkey.
cobalt. Because you've seen him carve cobalt.
It's
Yep,
not
it's quite
acting
expert,
like
though.
that anymore.
It's still pretty good though, because he's proficient in survival.
Hold my horses.
How about the bone?
You can collect a full set of troll bone. I almost said ogre. You can collect a full set of troll bone.
We're not in a swamp.
So how much weight and stuff are you carrying right now?
Don't worry about it. Well, I'll drag it over time. I can't carry that much, and I don't have the feet yet.
Bag of holding.
But like, after it falls and he starts doing his collection thing, this is like, so what is the plan now, sir?
I'm actually going to examine the club. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see if I can
Can I
identify any
wield the
special
club?
properties about the club.
Feel free to do an investigation check.
Okay. It's a 3.
Yes, that is a club.
Yep, that's a club. That there is a big club.
Did it have anything else on it as it's burning that's still usable? Okay. Didn't know if it did the nutsack gold.
Nope. It does not appear to have had any sort of equipment besides the club. It is knackered. It might have had a loincloth,
It's gone.
but
It was probably gone when we came out. Heck, the side swipe was probably.
how do you like that sausage?
Didn't taste very good.
Okay. So I have the ability to open my awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Anything within 60 feet I can see, and I
Oh,
learn
it's
which
detect
school of
magic.
magic it belongs to.
Oh, okay, so it's a ritual detect magic. That's cool.
Okay. You do
Ten.
said activity, and then there's so you see swirling in the air is a magic, and the only identification it gives you is chaos. So,
Huh.
but if anybody has magic items, the magic items are identified.
Nope.
This has like a ring, and it would be in the class of, I think, enchantment.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Does it tell you what it does?
Nope.
Yeah.
It does not work as identify. It's pretty much ritual
It's
detect
when I
magic.
sense a spell, I learn which school of magic it belongs to.
So there's like one ring on the left hand of this, and it glows.
Yeah, the only way he'd really know is through identify.
The chaos magic must have been what caused this troll, because I can't identify any other magic in the area.
And the chaos magic, it's ever like the full distance that you can sense has it in it. It's not heavily concentrated, but it like flows with the wind.
Huh.
Happy birthday. No,
All right.
my happy birthday.
Chaos magic
My
in
happy
the air,
birthday.
making
My
stuff
happy
stronger, ready to
birthday.
kill us.
My happy birthday, Dad.
No, so Chasen asked me if he could bring a wig to me
My
for
happy
work, so I can
birthday.
scare the ladies.
My
because
happy
I'm going from job to
birthday.
job.
Oh no, you should go. It flies off.
Okay, so let's get this gate repaired, and then we can begin opening this place back up to the public.
Well, there's the gate for the keep, and then there's the big gate. That one's gonna take a lot more work, but we have workers now pointing towards like the two kobolds. Are, what
Well,
happened?
The best you can do is point towards what's blatantly a kobold mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever one survived.
So, you guys make your way back to,
We make sure to grab the mark for retrieval, a
Yeah.
jug of no drink, and 45 pounds
you
worth
make
of
your way
raw
back to Castle Viss, and you approach the front gate, and you start the process of oil out here, and then you take the makeshift escape, technically entrance currently, through the storehouse, and then continue the process on the inside. And I'm gonna say it takes like 4 hours of work on the inside to get it to finally where you can like take a pry bar and move a gear or a hinge or something, and then
Yeah, once it starts moving.
eventually you can manage to get the gates to function like normal.
That's cool.
For
The
Castle
gate's
Viss.
open now. It's bedtime. Have a good night. I'm gonna go up.
Gotcha.
Ow.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here because I do have a lot more planned. I apologize.
So I assume I assume I had to leave the troll flesh behind.
Yeah, left it in a mound or something.
Yeah. It'll probably I probably took a little bit to go, what's it taste like?
This could carry some for you if you needed him to.
Okay.
And because I've been letting it happen, so I'll say you left 50 pounds because between this and Shadow Viz, you managed to carry 75 pounds per individual. Those two. You already had shit ton of weight on you.
Yeah. So then 50 pounds of troll flesh was left behind.
And yeah, I think that's all I've got for tonight.
Really level? 'Cause I'm always gonna ask.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and let you all level to 4.
Woohoo!
Level 4.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say meanwhile.
The bomb was ingenuity right there.
But yeah, it was interesting, but also like you killed a. I'm calling it a modified troll because it did not function like they do in the book. And I dumbed a couple things down and then made it worse on the bulk of the rest. My bad.
Well, it was also the only thing we had to take care of because the kobolds didn't start popping.
Well, it's
holes
because
either.
the kobolds were like fighting each other to try to escape.
Yeah.
Because like
The bomb.
But just for flavor, it's whenever we got to the mark for retrieval, it's how the hell are we gonna carry the metal? Hold on, I got this. And he picks it up and eats it. Mimic bag feet. I can hold 50 pounds in myself.
That's gross. Hey, whatever. Man.
I am a bag of holding
My
man.
ball itches.
But if I die,
Been
I
around my
literally
own cats too
Minecraft
much.
oof and it all bleh.
And I think I'm gonna leave this as level 3.
Gotcha.
So as long as I'm NPCing him, he's only gonna level once every 2 levels. That sounds fair to me because I'm not playing him currently. I'm just NPCing him.
Okay. Level 4. So we get the choice of a feat or
A feat
two
or
ability
ability
points.
score.
So you get 2 ability points. They both can go to 1 stat, or you can take 1 to 2 separate stats, and then you can choose a feat.
Unless you're being that crazy.
I'm not being that crazy.
Cool. So I'd make sure.
Not this go around.
What would you recommend?
I prefer feats because they add flavor. But attribute points can round a character out if you're low in a spot and want to be higher.
Curious.
I just happen to be at 17 strength.
Gotcha.
So
I was
I'm
gonna
trying
say.
to decide if I take the extra point for the modifier.
Well, and there are feats out there that increase your strength.
Yep. Or do other
That would increase. That give 1 point to strength and do something else.
Is there a feat called Split Metal Troll's Head in Half?
Do you mainly use one-handed weapons or 2?
I use an axe that
It's versatile.
Okay. If you
So-
wanted to focus on two-handed weapons, I would recommend Great Weapon Master. You can take a -5 to hit, and if you hit, you add 10 damage.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And as a barbarian, you can reckless attack, which gives you advantage on the roll, but enemies also have advantage to hit you until the start of your next turn. So it's, you get angry, you take the -5 to hit with advantage.
Thank you for mentioning something. I have to roll my hit points.
Yep. Let's see what I get. I need D10. I get...
There's the
9
website
points.
5E Tools. That's the one I use regularly.
That's what I'm on
and
right
it's
now.
simpler. There's a feats button, and there's a bunch of them in there. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this running, and I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back. And since the cookies are gone, I will take the pan back upstairs.
Let's see what feats we got.
Yeah, I found the feat that I want to take. I'm also multi-classing 1 level into monk.
Oh boy. You already have a 13 wisdom, so...
Athlete increases strength or dex by 1. When you are prone, standing up uses only 5 feet of your movement.
Curious, what's your dex score and what's your wisdom score?
My dex is. Are you wanting my score or the modifier?
Well, modifier, my bad.
Okay, so my dex is a 4 and my wisdom is a 2.
So, what's your current armor class?
So I actually checked whether or not equipping my armor makes my armor class. I think with
unequipped you'd be at 16 right now.
okay.
Because as monk
mhm.
you add dex and wisdom.
Yeah.
And you only get that bonus on armored. So
Yeah, I know the app is telling me. So with my armor equipped, I have an AC of 15.
yeah, so with it
And
you would be
then-
better without now.
Then I unequip my armor, and then it's telling me that my armor class is 14.
Well, have you taken the level 1 monk now?
Yeah, it's in here.
With it you should have unarmored defense as a monk.
Mhm.
Because barbarians have
Yeah.
theirs, which theirs you add con on top, while
Mhm.
monk you add wisdom on top.
Yeah. Yeah, beginning it for something you're wearing your no armor, not wielding a shield, your AC equals 10 plus your dex mod plus your wisdom.
Yeah, and if you said your wisdom's +2, you were at 16.
Interesting. Okay, I guess I'll have to just bump it up because it's not doing it for me. Okay.
I like cookies. I said I like cookies.
Well, would you like my leather armor, Ray? To
Nah.
tinker with?
Well, I could fuck with it, yeah.
Okay.
I'll put that direct. Oh, I'll put it in the castle inventory. I'm making a list for the castle inventory right
Okay.
now.
You want me to go ahead and
If you
Here's
get a
the,
critical hit with a weapon that does slashing damage, I think everyone else has advantage to hit it.
there's the info on it, so you can
When you score
know for sure.
crit
Yeah.
that deals slashing damage to a creature, you grievously wound it. And until the start of the next turn, the target has disadvantage on all
No longer
attacks.
wears
Yeah, that's
armor.
what it was.
And then
You're no longer wearing.
I
it
took-
also
I took,
says that
my
whenever you
multi-class
hit a creature
into
with
monk.
attack deals
Oh,
slashing
okay.
damage, you can reduce
So then you
the
wouldn't get a
speed-
feat
yeah,
or
these are-
ability score improvement. This.
You reduce the speed of the target by 10
Okay.
feet until the start of your next turn.
Yeah, 'cause it's not just every 4 levels. It's 4 levels in a class. So you would not get the ability score or feat since you are multi-classing
Gotcha.
until you get 4 in injury.
Mhm.
And now you fall into a coma in the shadows for a month.
Mhm.
Or next time, well, until you're either eventually able to make it to Fridays, or we move it back to Sundays.
Mhm.
I hope that was at least entertaining.
Also, I'm making a castle inventory in my thing.
Okay.
That way we know what all's there. Right now, there is currently Jug of No Drink, 150 pounds of troll flesh, 45 pounds worth of wrought iron, full set of troll bones, 20 pounds of leather scraps, and 3 light crossbows.
Hey, Alan, can you say hi, Jason? He's watching us on the screen. It'll take him a minute to respond because I'm sure it's behind by
Yeah.
half a minute or more. You cannot have a soda. You can have my water. Yeah.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to throw in the castle inventory?
Yeah, actually.
Oh yeah, you said your leather armor.
Yep, my leather armor there. And then let's put this kobold corpse that I've been carrying in there.
So, I picture, like, after this fight and you're witnessing this thing, taking your arrows like a champ, you decided to meditate on this and investigate. And,
You meditate into a coma.
and while meditating, you reach, for lack of a better description, a state of zen, or you temporarily venture beyond this plane. You experience some interaction on the astral plane, or an astral plane. And you get taught, while in this state of meditation, how to toughen your skin, how to use your weapon, your body as a weapon, maybe even use the weapons you already have as an extension of yourself. Yeah, I can't know how else to flavor all of that, but because of all that pops to my head that you get at level 1 as the monk is the unarmored
Just
defense.
armored defense and
Martial arts, which
martial
lets
arts.
you bonus action unarmed strike.
Let him further
and-
his body as a weapon.
Yep.
Alan,
Curious, will
stay
there
away
be,
from the cat boxes.
Will there be downtime in between the next session?
Yes, because we have successfully completed a piece of the mission that we wished to do. He did declare he was going to rest.
Gotcha.
So, if you don't choose to rest, that's fine. I'm going to give at least a full day. So there's a full 24 hours between adventure.
Curious, how much cost-wise is the amount of leather scraps I have? Like, equivalent to gold pieces.
I'm going to say you used up, because we had how much originally?
20 pounds. I've got
20
that
pounds.
listed right here.
I'm going to say you used up, I don't know, 8 pounds. That sounds about right to cover the top of a barrel.
Okay.
And,
So how much cost-wise would 12 pounds be equivalent-wise? It's important for my craftsman stuff, that's why I ask.
It's not good quality. I probably wouldn't make it worth more than a silver a pound.
I mean, an actual, so like, if you were to sell it to a vendor, they would give you less than this number.
Gotcha.
But the, like,
Yeah, what would technically retail?
technically, like, retail value, unassuming, I would call it like a silver. That
Okay.
does sound
So yeah, that's not
appropriate.
even close for my masterwork stuff. Was curious.
And if you were to try to sell, like, if there is a merchant somewhere, they'd be like, yeah, I'll give you, I don't know, 50 copper for it.
Gotcha.
Because, like, what the hell am I going to
Exactly.
use it for this? Unless it's you found a specialist.
Yeah.
A specialist might
Yeah, and
give
we
you
don't
more
have a
buff.
forge, so I can't melt down the wrought iron.
Yeah.
Or use the troll bones to
thank
burn
you.
them to make steel. So,
Oh, thank you.
and until we get a forge, I can't do anything with metal. So I can only really do stuff with art. Oh, with leather armor and technically non-metal materials.
Alright, so I took the slasher feat
Nice.
because my axe slashes.
Your claws
I
also
did
slash.
some practicing with the slashing.
At least I think your claws
There's
slash.
a older, it's called an Unearthed Arcana. There's a feat called Fell-Handed. Fell-Handed might work too.
What does that do?
I don't exactly
That one's for
remember.
bludgeoning, I believe.
No, Fell-Handed is for axes and hammers,
Ah, gotcha.
I believe. It's on that 5e tools. I can't,
I was just looking.
because,
Yeah, it was an Unearthed Arcana feat. You master the hand axe, battle axe, great axe, warhammer, and maul. You get the following benefits from using any of them. You get a +1 to attack rolls with the weapon. It does not say damage. When you have advantage on a melee attack roll you make with the weapon and hit, you will also knock the target prone if both rolls would hit the target. If you have disadvantage on a melee attack roll you make with the weapon, the enemy still takes bludgeoning damage equal to your strength modifier, minimum of nothing. If the attack misses, but the higher of the two d20, but if the higher of the two rolls would have hit. You can, if you also use the help action to aid in an ally's melee attack while you're wielding a weapon, wielding one of those weapons, you can knock the target's shield aside momentarily. In addition to the ally gaining advantage on the attack roll, they also get a +2 to the roll if the target is using a shield.
old school, or older school, Unearthed Arcana, it's a lot of flavor to it. But if slasher works for you, you can do slasher. I approve of Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah, Unearthed
So,
Arcana is
they will be
basically stuff that
labeled
was playtest.
So they'll be
Is there
labeled
a
as,
5e
on a 5e tools, so go up to the where the filter is. I don't know if you've done select all.
What?
Yeah.
So Cause it'll mention UA and some numbers, most likely.
I gotta pee.
I had to
Oh
do that.
man, there's all sorts of stuff here.
Yeah.
Fell-handed is the one you were talking about.
Fell-handed is what I was talking about. And the reason I know of that one is because I took one called Blade Mastery, which they combined fell-handed, sort of, and Blade Mastery into slashing and sort of the bludgeoner, or whatever that one's called. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they kind of, a lot of your DMs will disregard because it's not quote-unquote official material, even though Unearthed Arcana is launched directly from Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, it's technically playtest material that might be unbalanced, so they send it out to people to try to see how it works.
I don't see Unearthed Arcana on here. Can I read
Another way
the
you can,
section?
another site I recommend is, I think it's the Wikidot for it, which typically, like, let's say for example you want to search up D&D 5e feats, and then like add Wikidot to the end of that, it should be one of the first things that pops up, and let me see if I can search that myself.
Because, fell-handed I've found on 5e tools.
Yeah, you'd have to go to dnd5e.wikidot.com, and then whenever you click on it, it'll pop up with this here. And then if you scroll a bit and you find feats, it should have once it loads.
It should have every feat, even.
Yeah, it's got everything listed, and if it's Unearthed Arcana, it will list on, okay, it won't list on the side, but it'll have every feat there.
Oh, Unearthed Arcana is a book.
It's a book type, yeah.
Well,
Okay, I thought it was a list of
Sorry.
Well,
feet.
in
What was
the-
the
well-
feet you read?
The feat
That was fell-handed.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sorry.
the
Yeah.
stuff in Unearthed Arcana, they haven't in older editions of D&D, they used to have a book called Unearthed Arcana. For 5e, it is their version of playtest. Typically, PDFs pop up, I think it's once a month they release a new Unearthed Arcana, once every couple, for stuff that they're planning on adding down the line, but it's stuff they still want to try
I
out.
mean, I get the bonus for the attack rolls.
Yeah, it wouldn't add to damage,
Okay.
but
It would make for more consistent
Yeah.
hitting, technically. That's
Yeah.
why I did Blade Master for
Yep.
Rayford. Actually, no, I did Blade Master for Rayford because it gave me a bonus
Armor
action parry.
uh,
Because unlike the parry from the fighter, the maneuver,
Yep.
unlike that one that takes some damage away, it just has a
Yeah.
chance to prevent damage by giving me +1 to armor class.
Yep.
Which was super cool in conjunction with wearing plate mail and a shield, so I had a 21 armor class.
There's also Defensive Duelist, which I don't remember if you have to dual wield with that one, but you use your reaction, you add your proficiency on to your AC for that attack.
I noticed there's a bunch of the subclass stuff now that you can use your proficiency modifier to add to the AC of another player for one specific attack by using your reaction. There's a lot of cool stuff that like you'd have it's real situational, and you'd have to design a character that, in my opinion, would be would be in their wheelhouse to do something like that. Okay.
Yeah, now I need to add the stuff for Mimic Bag. Because I don't think I get anything at 4th level besides the feet. I can check. Technically, my cost for in my pouch goes up.
So you get your hit die.
Yeah, I already rolled that. Yeah, because my tool belt, I can summon a non-magical piece of gear that is equal to 10 times my craftsman level. So I could pull out something up to 40 gold worth,
So
but it disappears at the.
until you're able to make it back, I'm going to randomly NPC like attacks from the shadows to assist the party.
Okay.
Like you're still following and keeping an eye,
Yeah.
but you won't progress with him. I will let you progress every other level, like I'm going to do to Mike. So eventually you're going to fall like you'd end up falling behind.
Mhm.
So because like they hit y'all hit level 4. Well, when they hit level 5, Vis will finally hit 4, but you won't hit 5.
Uh-huh.
They'll hit 6, you'll hit 5. They'll hit
Bad.
7, Vis would hit 5.
Like the car.
And so you would eventually, there's a chance you could be 2 levels behind if it takes too long to get back. And if I can't if all I get is Louie and Ray, I won't run.
Mhm.
And I apologize for that.
I get it.
Um,
Because we won't.
but-
If we
but
get
my-
Callie, it won't be for a while
Yeah.
until she's got her license and has moved over to day shift.
but like Joel says he can do Friday. He can do Fridays easy, is what he told me. And then eventually, from what I read here, Jason, when he finally gets his truck fixed and his license, he will be willing to try to make it down for game night.
That'd be awesome, Jason. It'd be good to see you again.
And
And not just talk over.
I'm
online.
sorry that I'm lazy and I didn't go pick him up. Because I could have
That's
been
also a
like,
heck of a drive, so I get it.
I-
Half an hour there,
I
half
could,
an hour
I could have
back.
been like, hey Jason, you willing to come for a game night? But
And
I
if you needed me to, of course, I can always do that too, since I'd be a little closer. Not by much, but. My cookie. Yeah, I don't get anything at 4th level.
I apologize I didn't have more.
That was plenty.
But like I'm gonna try to design stuff for the buildings in the market. So have at it. Take the cookie. You don't need Mountain Dew, cat.
Athena wants the super zoomies.
Random. She looks fucking adorable on camera. She popped her head up.
So then, homebrew races. Ma.
I lost my
Yeah, but especially with the idea of the character, how I'm collecting all the things. Oh no, I can't carry it on my back.
But I'm gonna try to craft something further down the line for the visitor center or the registration center, whatever we want to call that.
Hey Cobalt, you have a house now.
So I'm gonna set up some kind of event for that, separate event for the bank, and an event for the cabin.
Actually, do I have the com for that? I think I do.
I think I'm going to
Yeah.
because of the loud explosion. I think what's going to happen is like people are going to end up in the citizens that are in hiding, that are descendants of the like original citizens of the town, will end up in the visitor center, registration center. But I'm not sure yet if that's what I'm going to do or if I'm going to put a random ass like bandit boss. Because that could be fun too, like Borderlands style. You took out a big bad guy. Now you've got this annoying son of a bitch in his army that they aren't near as tough, but there's more of them. Armor class of 12. They do maximum of 8 points of damage to you, but there's 15 motherfuckers every time you fight them. That stuff is kind of entertaining to me.
Yeah. If I get to take another feat, I want cleave.
Is Cleve a listed feat?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as useful as OG Cleave, which was terrifying. It's if you hit an enemy with a crit and kill it, you can use your reaction to move to another creature and hit it.
Well, and that was regular cleave. And then
Yeah.
there was greater cleave. That was if you hit a target. And
Well,
there's
that's
another,
not in 5e.
Yeah, I know. But there was greater cleave. That was if you hit a target you successfully hit a target with an attack, you can hit another target. But that's because they didn't have designated number of attacks per character type thing in 3.5. I don't believe.
Oh no, they did.
They did? Okay. I didn't play that in 3.5.
Once you got to +6, you got 2 attacks, 1 at 5 and 1 at 6 and 1 at +1.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's the way it works here.
5e, if you're a martial class, you get a second attack at level 5. Fighter is the only one who gets extra, well, technically extra attack, because Fighter gets the third at 11,
It's 11.
and 20th level they get a fourth. But it all counts towards the attack action, so that doesn't mean that, for example, fighters get 4 actions. They get the attack action with 4
In
attacks.
standard. I'm going to continue the use that we did that in Brandon's until Jonathan.
So they all happen at the attack bonus that you have available for max for all
So,
your attacks.
Typically what happens is, the way the rules write it, so you take your standard action and declare, I'm taking the attack action. You describe your attack, and if you have the extra attack feature, you then can make further attack rolls. But say you're a wizard, but you multi-classed into fighter to level 5, you have extra attack. Well, you take the standard attack action, so you could use your staff or your wand or whatever. You could use that item twice. But if you declare that you cast a spell, you cast 1 spell. Rules is written. Anytime I run, because the way it worked for Brandon, it worked that way for us too, was say you have extra attack. It gives you an extra action, was how we played it.
Okay.
So, like, I could walk up and hit something with my sword, and then declare that I cast Lay on Hands as a paladin, which both are standard actions, but it is absolutely feasible within the character, within the design. And since I'm running heroic, I'm looking at the monster manual, just modifying the fuck out of whatever I found, which may be dumbing it down, ow, don't hit me. Maybe dumbing it down, maybe amplifying it. There might come a chance where I have tweaked something, and I tweaked it bad, and I hit your character and one hit it, and I didn't mean to, because I'm guessing at what I'm doing here. I want you guys to potentially be able to be like, to recover from something like that. So that, say you happen to have Jared here, and you're close enough that he could heal you, but he still wants to be able to shoot his bow, say he had the extra attack, I would let him cast Cure Wounds, a full standard action, and then like throw an axe at something, shoot a bow, chop it with a sword, whatever. I'm okay with that, because it doesn't break my game. I break my game.
Jonathan will be so confused when he comes in. He's like,
You just make the.
But he'll also
you
go,
allow
"Oh,
stuff
no,
like that, and you just
so I
make
can
the
break it."
campaign a little tougher.
Yeah. And like the troll thing, we don't have anybody investigating it, but I'm letting you declare it was technically a barbarian.
ah, it had levels and boom.
It raged, so it had resistance.
It was a raging troll.
Yeah, raging troll.
You even mentioned that it was raging.
Correct.
I'm just waiting for we run into a dragon, we shoot like a gun at it, it catches the arrow and throws it back.
No,
Fuck
no,
you
no.
mean it's got levels involved?
No. So rage is not in my opinion, is not a barbarian specific feature.
I think a troll could.
I think things that are barbaric or would live nomadic, tribal life
Yeah, have a chance to
could
have
rage.
it.
Well, the idea is you rolled the bomb, it took him to half health, or it took him close to half health. The debris dropped him further, and then he raged and was like slowly regenerating, but he was still burning, so
Yeah.
his health wasn't going up, but mass pieces were replacing themselves unless it had been damaged by the fire. That's what I was doing there. So he had resistance to everything except
Probably like psychic.
he had resistance to slashing, bludgeoning, piercing. If force damage was full
And
damage.
apparently they're resistant to poison. Which makes sense.
Well, they eat dead, dying, decaying stuff. So my trolls are resistant to at least poison damage. They might be able to be suffer
The
poison,
poison condition.
the poisoned condition, but I might flavor poison I don't know what the poison solution does.
They have disadvantage on attack rolls for a minute.
Okay.
Poison's
So
pretty
that-
great.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll let you
it
down
sucks
so you
to
get
deal
your
with,
toys.
but it's also great because it's like, should I've been because if you fail that save, then you feel
Yeah.
useless for a minute. Because I think you are poisoned that entire minute. I think it depends. Certain things, abilities, let it be like you get a save at the end of your turn to undo the poison. Others, not so much. Yeah, others are. Oh, you're poisoned for a minute. Yeah, that sucks. Some are
You wanna get
longer,
closer?
of course.
Here, there. Do you want to be able to see yourself? Is that what it is? Is that better?
Yes, you are a barbarian.
He's such a ham. That's a hammer. That's a boom boom. He said. Freaking adorable. Such a barbarian. Such a barbarian. And Jared's loving it.
Yeah, one day I'll get a forge and then I can actually fuck with metal items.
Should be getting home. Unless you were planning on play the Secret of Man.
Not this week, sir.
I didn't think so.
Next, otherwise we'll probably just hang out till we gotta get. Because I know I'm behind Jared.
I've got a wife to get to.
Okay.
It's like, hey, family's family.
Thanks for hanging out, participating.
I had a good time.
And we won't have one this next Sunday.
But the following Friday.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's when that'll start.
Yeah.
And like I said, unfortunately, we won't have Jared.
Might actually make it easier for me. Because I usually have church early, so then I don't have all day long on Sundays. And I got work on
And so
Fridays.
like, for me, my Friday, I will get home at about 7 that morning. But then I'm off.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
See you,
be
Louis.
safe, Louis.
Well.
And then, of course, the potential for Jeffrey. And Fridays might work better.
And the way it
since
sounds, the way it sounded the other day, he said it was probably gonna work better.
Yeah, since his weekends have been pretty scuffed due to. Oh, we need you. We need you.
Well, and a lot of his church stuff he gets really involved into too.
No, I'll talk about that later.
But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, Chasen. I do not have hostility. I'm assuming Chasen's the only one still watching. It says I have one viewer. I went from 6 to 3, and it hung out at 3 for a while. But anyway, I will talk to y'all later. Whoever happens to still be watching or watches again later.
Or on YouTube.
So this will not. I will not do another one until not this next Friday,
The one after.
or the one after. So I don't know what day that is. I don't have a calendar. I could look here, but I would have to interrupt on the phone. But you'll find out later when I do it again, because it'll pop up on your screen, and I'll send it to you like I kind of do to most people.